We did it.
No, we didn't.
Boy, we live
I clicked the wrong scene. Okay, now we're there.
One job.
Sorry, one of us had to. I'm glad you took the bullet for us.
They heard us,
Oh,
but they couldn't
God,
see
I
us.
can't wait until the day that we're not all streaming and just
Oh
one
my
of us
gosh.
is running it.
One of
you know?
us.
Well, I think
We
it's
will
gonna
be
great.
cutting all the tech issues by essentially 80%.
It will actually be incredible. It will be amazing.
It'll be one of those situations like we don't always have tech issues, but when we do, it's everyone.
It's everyone's problem.
Yeah.
It's everyone's problem. And hi, everybody out there. I hope you're having a good time. Sorry, let me restart. Hello?
Stop.
Joseph
No.
It's so good.
Hello.
Josie has nailed the Australian accent on saying hello, and it actually scares
Just
me.
hello.
Just hello.
Just hello.
When
Hello.
I say hello. You say goodbye.
It's literally
Cuddly's back.
orbs. Oh,
So now we gotta.
Now we
change
gotta-
the- No,
yeah.
everyone's in the right places.
still
now.
right?
Oh my God,
Okay.
yeah.
What?
Ooh.
it's magical for me.
Oh my gosh. No, mine's still broken terribly. Hold
Let me
on.
bring back.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Cuddly, though, can I
That's the
ask
wrong
if
one.
you can
Wait, that's
angle your
alright.
camera a bit? You're like down in a corner almost.
It's
Oh,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Is that
There
better?
we go.
There we go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
There we go.
Do you need me to be in the middle? Okay.
Oh my God.
Can we just get you to just shimmy the whole stream? Just yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Oh,
I
Oh,
can
that's
do that.
adorable.
This is the stream now. We're just gonna watch Cuddly be adorable.
Mhm. God damn
Okay.
it.
Oh my God, we're doing the intro.
May somebody make her stop. She's
Oh, hey, look at
unhinged.
the time. It's 7:46, Josie.
We're
No, she took her headphones off.
She can't be stopped. You can't stop her.
Hello.
Can't stop. Every time she says hello, I want to say hello as well. It's like, yeah, hello.
And because it's the only
Hello?
word, it's now starting to make me think of a parrot who's learned how to say hello. It's like, hello?
That's how I feel. It's the one word. It's the one
Hello?
word that I feel
Hello?
like I could really do.
Hello.
Wait, does someone have any like salted biscuits that we can just give Josie every time she says hello or
Yeah.
something like that?
Salted biscuits? Do you mean crackers?
No, you. Every time I say that word, I get destroyed by chat.
Why are they called crackers?
I know they are.
Oh my God. Salted biscuits.
I'm not
along
allowed to
with
say that
cheese.
word.
Salted biscuits.
I really want to Google that, but I also don't want to Google that.
Anyway, let's play D&D because we're late.
Yeah,
We should
D&D's
play
nuts.
D&D.
very important date.
Get out of here,
Roasting
Carl.
me.
Get out of here. I can't do
No.
anything right anymore. I'm not allowed to say anything.
Mm.
Oh my
Just
God!
you
Wait,
not
is that
talking,
gonna
man.
be? Is that gonna be the new way for me to get everyone's attention? Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
No, it's just gonna wind me up more.
You're not even the Australian one.
I know.
maybe that's why you're not cringing like me.
I'm
Okay.
the other parrot that taught this one to talk, and I was like, yeah, do it, do it. Get us nuts. Get us seed.
Yeah, but as Lars Pen is mentioning, I do have a new backdrop. Wow! Look, I'm in a different
Whoa.
room. Wow! Wow!
Wow.
Hey.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
Wow. Rohan?
Okay.
But we are going to actually play some
Wow.
D&D,
Wow.
everyone. Yeah. Hello, I'm Joseph Poser. I'm the Dungeon Mistress. I run this game. I am always benevolent, and I've never, ever, ever killed one of the party members. I'm joined today with Rodu from Participation Award, and he's playing Gerald the Wizard, the human warlock sorcerer. And we've also got AussieDevFro playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the reborn cleric. We've got Wettestorb playing Arthur Orlo III, the elven ranger rogue. And we've got, last, definitely not least, Cuddly Raptor playing Nana Malavora, the gnome druid. Wow.
Wow.
And last time on Dramonia, You had all arrived on the South Shard through a very dicey look use of the spell transport via plants, but you did in fact arrive on the South Shard in the far south.
Let's go.
You ended up in the middle section of the Whitewood, which is a forest that once was connected to the Eastern Shard. Tall pines and evergreen trees, soft, frosty moss underfoot, and big, rumbly rocks. You followed some game trail, and you came upon, all of a sudden, in the middle of the woods, a portal. This portal that ripped open, seemingly leading to the shadow plane, as figures came out, said that you should all be running, when shadow beings poured out of this portal. For some reason, they seemed to sense something within George, and they all locked sight on him. As you desperately tried closing the portal, you did not manage to do so in time. While you did defeat some of these shadow beings, a shadow dragon made it through, and it stole something from George, causing him to become more than dead, unmade in a sense, as his soul, his essence, something that you've all witnessed before with the Dragons. George's essence was taken from him. As his body was disappearing before your very eyes, he left you with some words of encouragement, some words of longing, his last final wishes. You then erected the Instant Fortress, and one of these figures that had come through the portal that were not hostile, a seemingly young wizard named Vice, added a layer of protection with something you had not felt in a long time, as you were suddenly protected from the constant peering eyes of the agents of Jalira. A sense of peace. Gerald and Arthur went above to the top of the tower and flew above the tree line into the snowy landscape above, and you could see a town a couple of hours away, maybe. There's definitely a town there. You can see smokestacks, but rather than the dark smoke of fireplaces, you could see the thicker clouds and the lighter colors of steam. While you debriefed these figures, who turned out to be Vice, Ungar, and someone called F, they had been traveling through the shadow plane for some time, and Vice was apparently heading back home to the West Shard, to a place where, funnily enough, has a connection to Gerald's childhood. And you found out that Weiss was actually a Dhampir, half mortal, half a vampire, and much older than he seemed. He was going to report certain things regarding Jalira to his mother to see what they were going to do next. F, however, was traveling to find someone that she had lost, and Ungar, presenting himself as the hero bard, this makeshift put-together skeleton of a person, not truly undead, just simply someone stuck inside a skeleton, was just tagging along. You had some words, disagreements and agreements, and you left on amicable terms at the end. As you headed off, walking, treading through game trails of the forest, the deep snow, you reached this town. And you saw empty buildings as you came out of the forest. Some of them, the wooden window flaps open. You could see abandoned houses with snow inside them, nests of animals. As you got closer to the center of this town, you could see life, buildings that had more warmth to them, light to them, and you finally found what might have been a center, a town square, where this huge vent was set in the middle, where steam was pluming up in these pulses. You saw this large building. It looks like it could be 3 stories tall. You could smell food. You could smell fire cooking. You could smell fish, smoked fish, that very peculiar scent. And coal, charcoal fires. Oh, very lovely. And some of these buildings, again, closer to this area, had more to them. Looking, you could also see the coastline, what looks like this icy shoreline with these broken off chunks of ice that are seemingly spinning with the currents, looking like lily pads made out of ice. A couple of boats had been dragged up on the shore, and Arthur could see through the snow coming down, far out, moored outside this town, a ship, sails drawn in, but you could recognize the jade-colored cloud designs on the side of the ship. As we come back in to Dramonia, as Arthur has just spotted the Tide Rider.
The captain's here.
The what?
The captain.
Which captain? Oh!
We've met a lot
Arthur.
of captains.
Arthur just starts heading off in the direction of the ship.
He didn't even answer me, Rudy.
I know. It's like he literally does not understand how conversations work. He just butts in when he wants to, says random things, and then walks away.
You guys coming or what?
What
Yeah.
captain? Who captain?
He's already gone again.
Since we pointed it out, would we now be able to see it, or is it still too far? Does it need
No, it's really hard to see. You can probably just make out that there is a ship.
Mm.
Arthur, that could be anyone.
Oh.
Careful, it could be pirates.
Hey, thank you, Cuddly, but you should have interrupted me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to. It was such a great intro. I didn't want to throw you off your game. Yes.
Okay.
Right, Captain. Should we go? I'm going to go after him.
I mean, we have to go after him. What if he gets hurt?
Well, it's more
Can I
like
just-
way out there.
Can I
right?
just for a moment say that I was just going through my notes because I needed to find the actual names of the crew members of the Tide Rider?
That's literally what I
Session
have been doing
24.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a big callback.
That's a way far back. Oh no.
You met these people 73 sessions ago.
And I'd meet them again too.
Well,
And they're going to see us and roll their eyes and go, not these jokers again.
Yeah, I think Benny hates me.
I'm pretty sure Betty hates us all.
Okay.
So,
So
just
yes,
to be clear,
you're-
it's like more to far
here
out,
it is,
so we
Red
can't
Wing
actually
Company.
get to there, right?
I'm sure
You
has South
like
Park right,
those of you with those. I would say, considering some people's perception
Captain
scores,
Fevinus Karen. Got him. Okay.
yes.
Feminist.
It's more of an E at the end. Karine.
Kareen.
Yeah, Feminist Karine. Karine.
Karina, of course.
Yeah. We. Considering people's perception scores, I'd say that maybe Rudy can make out enough to be like, yeah, that probably is the Tide Rider.
Like the green, at least the green on the sails, I feel like he would be able to make out. You know, it's like,
Well, you can't see the sails,
Oh.
and the color is maybe the hardest thing to pick
Oh,
out
okay.
because it is
Yeah.
still heavily snowing.
oh,
but you can
right, of
see
course.
The shapes.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You can
Right.
see the shapes of the
Mm.
designs,
Okay.
and they are very peculiar because they have these cloud motifs on the side of
Right.
the ship.
As,
But my question was, if Arthur just tries to go out to the ship, is he gonna fall in the harbor?
well,
So,
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. I was like,
Arthur,
is it
will
really
you
close?
just
as
stop?
Arthur goes towards
do
the
it,
ship,
Arthur.
does he see anyone on board?
It is too far to see. There seems to be some lights
was
on
gonna say,
the
how
ship.
far
Far away.
It's pretty far out there. You
Oh.
can tell that there is like they have rowed in to shore. Someone
Oh,
has rowed
okay.
in with
Oh, okay.
boats.
Yeah.
All right. Arthur sort of, starts the idea and he's like, And then how loud can he yell?
I mean, how loud do you want to yell?
Do it.
He just wants to go, "Me captain, are you there?"
Oh my god.
I mean, if you want to.
Arthur gives it a go. Just yells
Okay.
out.
At
Joe's
least
like,
yell his name, you fool!
Arthur, no, what if it's not them?
What if pirates have taken over their ship?
Yes,
I'm gonna say roll a charisma check.
Uh-oh.
Just charisma.
Benny is gonna fire a cannon at you.
What
if-
Good old 10.
Oh no!
What if wizard-eating pirates have taken over the ship?
But
Rudy,
that's not a
don't.
thing, is it? Is it?
Wizard eating pirates.
Pro-
I love
probably
that idea. I'm
not.
taking that. I'm
No,
taking
no,
Wizard
the flame
eating
swords are next time.
Haha.
Thanks, Aussie.
You're welcome.
Ah. Can it be like?
And they
can
eat
it
wizard
Be,
brains to make themselves smarter.
can it be just a kobold eating pirate instead?
Mm, mm.
I don't know.
What about kobold eating pirates, Gerald? See, I can do it too.
Arthur, you call out, but your voice lost into the cold and the wind. There's no response, but the rest of you see in the big building nearby, one of the windows, you can see a face looking out at you.
It's
The
not dark.
snow and the frost. It's not necessarily dark, no, but it's also not bright. And the snow has come up against the building. There's frost caking on the window. It looks like one of those. You can see that there's a shape, but you can't make out any features.
How close is the building that the
Is that
person's peeking
The
out
big
of?
one?
Yeah, is it the big
Yeah,
one?
there's
Oh.
the big one.
Okay.
In that case, Rudy just goes up and just like, look, let's just get out of this snow, shall we? And then we can figure out what's going on. Leave Arthur to freeze out here.
Arthur,
Arthur's-
come along. We're going to warm up. Come on.
Warm up. All right. And Arthur's like jogging back near.
The mind of a child, that one. I'm gonna knock on the door, guys. And then Rudy like knocks on the door. He's like,
It's
hello.
this big double
Hmm.
door
He hits
that's
it.
like 9 feet tall. You walk up and you rap on the door. Got a very light sound, just like your glove-wearing bony hands. There's not a lot of force behind it. Just got this soft, like little rapping sound.
Rudy
Did
hits
you
it with
want
the.
me to do it, Rudy?
Like someone hit this door with a xylophone.
Ru-
Glockenspiel. Sorry.
he then decides to hit it with the staff. He's like, hello, is
Hit it with a staff.
anyone there?
You can definitely make out murmurs inside, like there are voices, people talking.
We're just some very cold adventurers out here looking for somewhere to warm up.
Arthur shakes the door handles. He's finally caught up.
Yeah, it doesn't have any door handles. Instead, it's
Okay.
got just like these big wooden shapes almost that you can see that they've been worn down and they created grooves. But looks like it's a push door.
Arthur, it's a push.
But
Oh,
we
Arthur pushes
ask
the
for
door.
entry first, Arthur. We don't just barge it. Oh my! He's already pushed the door open, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you push the door open and immediately you're met with warmth. You are met with this sort of homely feeling. It's warm. It's very humid inside. You can definitely feel all of a sudden it gets clammier. And it's kind of nice though. When you look around and there's like dozens of people in here.
Is a steam room, isn't it? We just walked in. I don't know.
They're all in towels.
Yeah.
You do see they are not in towels. They're all wearing clothes, but they're wearing very light clothes. You can see most of them are wearing some form of coveralls, and they've just like peeled off one top layer, and it's now hanging like down from the waist. And there's a lot of people in here, like dozens, maybe 30, 40 people, and you can see that there are sections, floors, stairs leading up, but in the middle, there's just this large vent, like outside, but it's got these almost like metallic grate-like structures, like a funnel leading the steam upwards. Some of it pools out, and you see condensation dripping, but there is like big steam clouds just raising up. You see some people are sitting by what looks to be a section of this where they have a little fire going by the side, and the smoke is trailing up into the same vent, essentially. You can see some people who've got just like a bucket of coal with a big sort of mesh on top, and they're currently in the process of just like turning these pierced fish, but they seem to be like just grilling. There's tables, there's benches. It looks like this hall, essentially, maybe 50 by 50 feet in this large building. This hall could hold maybe 150 people easily. There's a section that's fairly empty in the back. But you see, some people look up at you, some people don't seem to care. No one comes to greet you.
Do I
They're
recognize
just all
anyone?
minding the... Make a perception check.
Yeah.
I think also Rudy's also going to be looking for someone that he knows here.
Okay.
I think we're going to also roll perception.
Oh, we're all gonna have
18.
friends. Oh, I see.
21.
18.
Oh, that's gotta hurt Arthur.
Look, I didn't put my advantage on it.
But Rudy has better perception because he doesn't have eyelids.
What do you
to
mean
get in the way,
advantage? I don't need advantage. Excuse me.
You took
I
the
will
saying,
say-
"Keep your eyes peeled" too literally.
While none of you recognize any of the figures in here, there's definitely you still see the people that live here. You can see mostly dwarves, actually. You can see a lot of goblins, but they are furred. They look almost like mogwais, but with long, lanky limbs. You met one like this before, a traveling alchemist in the Icelands.
The one that Arthur insulted, and yeah, we do remember that one. Mhm.
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
And you
Hey.
see a handful of humanoid people, though they have these large eyes with no visible iris. They have a very pale blue skin with large arms and fingers, and parts, the revealed arms, part seems to have this chitinous carapace, are almost to various degrees. Some of them have horns. You see one that has a tail. But everyone's just no one is giving you any attention, but no one is like giving you an evil eye either. They're all just like, well, whatever. They're all to their own business.
Is it?
Kind of refreshing.
I mean, yes, it is a little refreshing, but it also is a little unnerving.
I reckon we just go for a bit of a walk, see what's around then in here. If no one's going to care that we're here, no one's going to care if we look.
Is this some sort of communal space?
We should
It
just
might-
You
ask.
say
someone.
that. You say that, and one figure is actually walking up to you at this point. You see this tall person that has that pale skin. The eyes are not big, like big, but they're definitely bigger than most common humanoid eyes. And they just have these pale irises that barely have any differentiation to the sclera as they get closer. And you can see that, like, on the cheekbones, you see this, like, almost like hardened insect-like carapace. And the hands as well the fingers look long, and the nails look almost like they continue back over the first knuckle joint. Like the nail grows both ways. And the person walks up. Oh, welcome. We haven't had this many newcomers in a very long time. Are you also with the ship?
We know them, but we're not with them. We came separately.
Oh, well, welcome to Grey Wharf. My name is Free.
My name is Nana.
I
and
don't normally charge for my name.
Excuse you?
Gerald,
Even
that's a
Arthur-
terrible joke.
Arthur
Oh,
puts his head down on that one.
yes. No, my name is Free. Free is my name.
Yes,
Oh.
I think we all
Yes.
understood that.
Pleased to meet you.
Ugh.
Very pleased to meet you. And I will say, with these perception checks that you did, Rudy, you're the only one who notices there's like a spot in the corner of the room, just by the top of this condensation event. You see a spot of mold that looks like it's almost started growing something. You swear you see a small blinking eye just like disappear into it.
I have to go. I just remembered I left my oven on, and it's like 15 steps away. I'm so sorry. I gotta.
I swear, Josie, if you're about to throw mold methods at me, I will leave. I will.
Wait,
I will get
no,
up
I'm
and
here
leave.
actually. No, wait, I'm actually back.
Okay.
I thought it was the fungus again.
Well, I'm Rudy.
Rudy, what are you looking at? The architecture is very nice.
Oh, I'm just taking the place in. You know how it
Alright.
is.
Well, you're all welcome to sit down if you'd like. Do you want any
thank you.
food? You hungry?
Oh, you know.
How long has it been since we've eaten?
You left maybe 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it's
From,
snack time
like-
for sure.
Second breakfast, is it?
Yeah.
It's noon. It's like you could have an early lunch,
Okay, yeah,
definitely.
early
Yeah.
What do you mean
all
early
right.
lunch? I could just have lunch now. And maybe
Yeah.
even at lunchtime too.
N-
Please.
So what do they like? Are they offering food? Like Nana like kind of looks around.
You're gestured towards a table, and it looks like it has one of those charcoal grills, essentially, like set in the middle. It's one of those where the benches are built into the same structure as the table itself, and in the middle is just this like little simmering charcoal with this mesh on top, a metal mesh.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I think we're a bit peckish.
Yes,
Nice.
but
Wonderful.
I,
eat, I suppose.
We do have we do sometimes get a few travelers through, and well, we make our living hunting mostly. We don't really have a lot of commerce, but if you're interested, we have several local specialties, if you will, that tends to please those that pass through.
Oh yes, and Nana's like so ready for this.
Yes,
She is
Sign me
like
up, yeah.
local cuisine.
yes, but we are just passing through though, aren't we? We are
But of
Don't-
course, where are
Yes,
you
but-
headed? Maybe we could help.
Where are we headed to? We don't know yet.
We would-
still looking.
we were just
captain.
going in a direction. We're just heading.
We're figuring that out, I think.
Well, nothing's easier to do if not on a full stomach.
That's very true. See, Rudy, that's what I always say. Of course we have time for snacks. You love snacks, Rudy. She's like
You pass
justifying
by
it to
a
herself.
table. You pass by a table where on this mesh someone has placed a pot. And you can smell almost like dates, like baked dates and chestnuts. And they are using these really long tweezers to grab at these little brown shapes that they're picking off plates that you see a bunch of them laying around this pot on the mesh, and they every now and then they'll turn them over and put on a plate, and you see someone grabs these really long tongs, takes what looks like it could be some form of nut and puts it in this pot and dunks it a little bit and then picks it up, and it's covered in this stringy, very, very like soft-looking heated cheese.
Oh, it's a motherfucking fondue.
God. Nana's like, oh, what? I want that. What is that?
Oh,
yeah.
would you like some?
I-
And like Free walks over and says, would you like some of these cheese nuts?
Arthur walks off
Don't
in the
say-
group. He's looking for the captain now. Fucking.
Oh my god.
I'm good. I'm good
Someone
now.
needs to
I'm
clip
good
that
now.
for us.
I'm good now. I'm okay.
Oh my
I'm fine.
god.
I'm just.
Well, it was a good game, everyone. Thanks for coming.
You
If-
want to know what's
That was
worse?
very sweet. Thanks so
You
much
want to
for
know what's worse?
Oh.
Cuddly knew this was coming.
I wasn't on it.
Look, I would be lying if I didn't, if I said that I wasn't thinking of some joke to come up with as soon as you mentioned that they were
The cheese.
dunking nuts. But I didn't put two and two together. I didn't see the cheese nuts coming.
I was so
Nobody sees
close.
cheese nuts
So close to ending the call for everyone. I have that button. It's big and it's red and it's right in front of me.
You know how
Amazing.
before we went live, we were talking about that I was just embracing all these bad jokes y'all were pulling?
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that was
It's
beautiful.
great. It's great.
And here I'm like typing into my chat. I'm like, my sus alarm's going off here. I don't like these guys.
You
Something's
don't
gonna
like
happen.
cheese?
It's just I could sense the bad joke coming. That's all I could sense. I have a bad joke alarm apparently.
I
Lawrence Savannah
Beautiful.
in here.
Yeah, Moogle is heading to bed. This has been too much.
Is it too late for me to go to bed? Can I go to bed?
No, it's too early. Get back here.
No, but they genuinely are. They've got these hard,
Nuts.
these very hardy seeds and nuts that they are essentially grilling and then dipping in cheese, and it smells like a soft cheese, reminding you of maybe goat's cheese.
Oh.
And you are handed like one of the people who's sitting there. You see this dwarf with a very scraggly beard, and you can see like one of the eyes aren't quite working, and there's this really, really nasty frostburn scar just like on the side of the head. But smiles up at you, a couple of teeth missing, and holds one of the tongs up for anyone to grab.
Oh, Nana will definitely take one. Nana's here for cheese nuts. Like,
You grab one and you dunk it in the fondue, and it's definitely warm, and it's a really soft cheese. It's not like it's been melted; it's just been softened by light heat, and it doesn't have any strong flavor. It's a very soft and calm cheese, if you will, but it does warm you. And it's got that little crunch to it. Like it's got almost like a chewy outer as the cheese cools down from the air. And then you got like a little crunch. And you see someone who's essentially, they've grabbed what looks like a spoon and they put some cheese on a little plate. And now they're like cracking some of these nuts into the cheese, and they put some more on it, and they roll it on a stick, and then they like pull it off, and they've just got this like little cheese roll with a crunch inside.
This is all well and nice. And this is what do we owe
No,
you?
Rudy,
This
it's
is
very,
this
very nice. You should
hospitality
try some.
is very. Oh, I'm sure it is good, but like, do we owe? Should we pay or? This feels a little.
Well, that's what I was getting to. You won't necessarily have to pay for the food, but if you want some of our specialties, as I called them, then we wouldn't mind if you maybe paid a little bit. They're still hard to produce, and we save them for these occasions when we have travelers.
Well, before we.
Of course, you will get a free sample.
Oh,
for
no.
this.
Oh no, that's not what I'm concerned about. But before we do, you mentioned getting travelers. So the ship outside,
Yes.
have they come through as well, or?
Yes, they've been here for 3 days now.
Was
The-
there a captain on there?
I think most ships have a captain. Yes.
yes,
but-
Captain Featherness.
Yes, I've met the captain, Captain Fevinus. Him and some of his acquaintances rented a cabin. I think most of the crew has stayed on the ship, but some are here in town in one of the available cabins.
Right.
You see, we don't really have any rooms, but we do let anyone who comes through use the no longer in use houses for a small fee, of course.
Oh.
Do you know
As
which
I said, we
cabins?
don't get. Yes.
Of course they know which
I
cabin. They
could
were the ones
give
who
you the
rented it
way.
out,
But
Arthur.
I'm just trying to be polite and not bluntly ask where he currently is. Well, and then he sort of goes, "Well, could you tell us where he is?"
Sure. Would you like to eat first?
Well, Arthur, let's warm up and eat first, and then we can pay them a visit. How's that?
Seems like a good idea.
And we would love to pitch in for food if possible. Yes, we would. Just let us know what a fair price is, and
Yes, wonderful. But well, we have 3 of these little specialties if you'd be inclined to try some. We have
How much is it to fondue cheese nuts?
nice. Well, I could definitely get you a pot and some cheese in it, and a little bag of nuts, if that's what you would like.
Nana said it was very satisfying, so I was hoping I could have a little taste myself.
Oh, definitely. I think you're really going to like these nuts.
This is just getting too cheesy for me.
This is so good.
Sorry, just had to get that out of my system. Probably just woke up Noctia. But yep, okay, cool, good, excellent. Oh, okay, all right,
You
we're good.
see,
Ah!
you see Free walk back towards this main area, where you see a very heavy set dwarf with no hair on top of the head, and you can see this like these scars, almost like tearing marks on the top of the head. Big smile and a bristly beard. They talk about something you can't quite make it out. But like you see the dwarf nods and hands essentially a tray with a couple of things on it, like pick some stuff up, and you see like cuts a couple of pieces of this cheese off and puts in a pot and hands the tray over to Free, who comes over. And as Free is coming over, you can see their hair, which has been it's semi long. It looks like it's heavy, like very thick hair that weighs down. As they come, they sort of sweep the hair off of their face for a bit, and clear as day, you can see this almost tired looking third eye in the forehead.
nice.
And comes over. Yes, well, I also brought you some of the others. If you would like to try while I set this up. We have some very nice winter apples that we grow here in town. And we have well, the cheese. We have this thing where we we put it inside potatoes, and then we put the potatoes inside this little heat secure package, and we put it on the grill, and it's just delicious. But then for those with a bit of an appetite, I've got some here, and you see this stringy looking meat stuck to a couple of pieces of bone, and says, now these I don't know if you'll find really anywhere else besides around here. These are remo ribs, and let me tell you, they are exquisite.
Rudy is very.
Mhm.
I'm so annoyed because Rudy is. He's a little suspicious of this because like, how often do we walk into a place and people just throw hospitality like this? Like it
I mean, every time we go into a tavern.
No, but like it's an actual established. Like I don't know. For some strange reason, this is like.
It's only because you got unsettled by that mold method. Calm down.
This is
So
gonna
Rudy's
sound
fighting
really
his hunger
weird.
for
This
his-
is gonna sound really weird.
Uh-huh.
But can Rudy do a medicine check on the meat to see if he recognizes the cut of meat of a humanoid?
Okay, you want to see if this is person.
Correct.
Make a medicine check.
It's not so like green, it's rem rib.
I need to put at the back. Okay, I got to juice. It's 19, but I'm gonna bring it up a bit with the.
I will
Wow,
say
you're
that 19 is
juicing
enough.
that.
Oh,
You
19 is
know
enough?
that
Okay.
this is not human. Looking at
Alright.
the bones, looking at the way,
Mhm,
the like
mhm.
the strands of muscle.
Mhm.
This is not a person. This
Is
is
it
Okay.
fish?
Okay.
it's
Alright.
something bigger, and
Mm.
the closest thing you've seen would maybe be crab.
Okay.
Like it definitely looks like something semi-aquatic. Maybe
Mm.
it has that. It doesn't look like the like mammal
Okay.
meat,
Alright.
if I put it like that.
Alright.
We are all of us crab.
When you think about it.
Eventually. Yeah.
Eventually we will be.
You do spot as you're all sitting down and you're served some food, and Free says like, have these on us, and if it's something you would like to take with you when you leave or whatever, just let us know. I'll be over there, and points towards this main area where you can see some people are gathered almost like around this big steam vent. And if you need something, just call out.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Free.
Mm. No,
Oh,
no
what-
problem.
Where's the captain?
Yes, the captain is, and you see, while it looks like Free is hesitating, you can definitely see the third eye starts like looking around. The captain is in. If you leave this building and you take to the right, and you walk down the street for 4 buildings, you take another right, and then it's the first on the left. It's got a bit of a blue tint to the door, very old paint. It's been worn down, but you can kind of still make it out. The
Okay.
captain is in there with, and you see it's almost like the third eye looks like it's like focusing 3 other people.
Okay, thank you.
Sort of look
Oh.
in the direction the eye was looking. It's like wall. And like,
Yeah.
Oh, you hunt
Forgive me
here
if-
a lot.
forgive me
Sorry.
if this is
Huh?
a little inappropriate to ask, but are you able to actually see them right now?
In a sense, yes.
Oh, interesting.
It is more like how do I put this? It's more like I can connect to a network that can see various things in town.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is not, and you see like leans in and moves the hair out, and you can see the eye, and it's now acknowledges all of you and looks like between all of you. And this eye looks different. Not like Free's other 2 eyes, but instead it's got this yellowy, almost jaundiced look to it, and an amber colored iris. And the pupil looks almost like it's broken, like it's many small pupils that are just clustered.
Does that match the eye that Rudy thinks he saw? That was like poking through the sort of like the corner of the.
Looks kind of similar, yeah.
Looks kind of similar. Okay. All right.
Oh.
That's a neat trick. Good for
Yes,
good for security. Good for keeping tabs on.
Very good for security. We do have our benefactor to thank for this.
Mm.
It's helped a great deal.
But yes, I think we are settled. We'll enjoy a meal and we'll.
Who's
well,
your
it is-
benefactor?
Well, I am acting chief of Grey Wharf, but I simply just make sure everything's working. We have a, well, benefactor who's the one who helped us set up to tell us essentially that we have some good things here we should sell. Does some business on their own. Named Barnavod.
Oh, wonder. And Nana's like relieved. You just see the relief.
Yes, and we
Yes.
probably shouldn't pry and just enjoy our meal.
Oh, I don't think Barnavod minds. If you had any, if you were a danger to our town, Barnavod would have told me immediately.
I see.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, Arthur. I cut you off. I was just so intrigued.
Yeah. You said you hunt around here. Do
Yes.
you have a map at all that we might have able to gain some bearings from to know where we
He's a thinker.
are?
Yes, we do have an old map. It's not too old, and it's Barnavod who made it after some travels, settled down here with us. I could definitely see if I can find one. I would have to go back home and dig it out.
I think you said the name of the town. This is Grey Wharf we're in. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
The map that we have, is that something we physically have as a party?
One more time.
The map that we have as players for the South Shard.
Yes.
Is
No.
that something that we
No.
Okay.
But Free is saying that
Hmm.
they can get you a
Hmm.
map, but it might take some time, like later,
Cool.
essentially.
Cool. We'll just eat. I get
Uh,
it.
Yes, a
Eat
map would be
crab.
fantastic.
Oh, definitely. We'll get you sorted. Now, when you're done with your food, and you see Free gestures again to the steam vent, and you do see a handful of people who are heading towards the steam vent, and they're taking all of their various bowls, and they're just like reaching over this metallic, how do you put it, screen, and just dunking the food down.
Oh.
And I would say, Arthur, you can hear a sound beyond the steaming, like
Oh,
the constant sound of the steam. You can hear what sounds like movement, like something is moving down there.
Oh no.
can Arthur get closer to the steam?
I
So you
wouldn't.
can hear.
Yeah,
more.
you hear what sounds like heavy, big skittering.
Why would you do this to us,
Like
Arthur? Why would you
something
want to
with
know?
many feet moving. Like
All right. How hot is that steam coming up, Arthur?
well, at first it's like sort of pleasant, but after you see these people dunk the food and you hear the sound, then it goes quiet, and then there's a big. And you get this thick, and everyone can feel the room raise a couple of degrees.
Arthur,
So-
how about we enjoy our meal before we go off?
We are enjoying our meal. I'm just happening, and he's just like doing the whole trying to look in without
Are
putting his face
are
in
we
the
like
steam.
sitting away from the...
You immediately Free puts a hand on your shoulder and says, be careful, you'll burn your face.
Oh,
You-
thank you.
Don't put your face over there. It's quite warm.
Oh, thank you for looking after me. What's actually down there?
Oh, there is under the city is a system of tunnels that is
Oh.
home. It is home to some semi-domesticated remoras.
They're
And
just
as
trying to
long as
milk
we
you for the
feed
pride.
them, as long as we feed them and they exude heat from their bodies, and we've built these vents that help warm up our houses and our lands.
I see.
Oh, that's a very nice system you have there.
Yes, honestly, again, Barnavod is the one we have to thank for this. Ingenious.
They sound very clever.
Never. I wouldn't just say clever. In fact, and you see Free leans in, I'd make sure to use a more proper word.
Ingenious is the word.
Ingenious.
All right, I got it. Okay.
Yes, I think we're good now. I think we can
Cool.
enjoy our meal.
Enjoy
and-
your food.
Yes.
Yes, and if you need something, anything, just let us know. Well, you're welcome to stay around. I can just mention if you're planning on staying the night, we do not have rooms, but we, as with the captain, if you want to rent one of our cabins, you may do so. We do take a fee depending on if you want a house that has a vent or not.
Oh yes, that makes sense.
Shall we just come find you if we decide that we need
Of
that
course.
service? Yes.
I think actually I'll finish my own meal and then I'll go find that map for
Oh,
you.
please enjoy. Yes,
Thank
finish
you.
your meal.
Thank you, Free. That's appreciated.
And you're left to your own devices. You enjoy this food. You may take a short rest if anyone would need so.
I don't think we do, but yeah.
I think I've just had a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
rest, so I'm good. Nana
Yeah.
does lean in and just kind of beckons everyone closer. This seems very wonderful, but I think we should be careful not to say anything wrong to the benefactor.
Yes.
It sounds like they need a bit of boosting.
No,
So
I would be even more cautious. I think that they are definitely watching us. I saw movement and a possible eye up in the rafters of this building that looked similar to the third eye that Free had. I believe that there is definitely possibly more to this benefactor, and we should be very careful. Especially with what we
Right.
say and where we poke our noses.
all right. I just wanted to.
Rudy's staring at Arthur.
Okay.
Arthur,
Oh,
you can't help but look on the wall a bit back. You thought it was just one of those, like when you make planks, one of those branch knots. But you swear every now and then it blinks.
Arthur just looks away. He's just not going to pay attention to it.
Not gonna say anything.
Nah,
No.
he thinks it's in his mind. So
Okay, okay. But yes, I definitely think we're being watched. And possibly even listened to. So probably already pissed them off, and we're already in trouble. But no.
Well, no. Look, they would have said if we were a threat, right? They know we're just here to,
Pass
find our
through.
way. So yes, exactly, and just takes another big bite of cheese. Like, yep.
And it's got that, like, it cools down very quickly, and it's got that almost chewing gum texture that mozzarella sometimes gets.
Rudy
Oh.
dunks one of the meat bones in the cheese.
Yeah. And while you're chewing, it hits you. These were called the Remo ribs, and the creatures are Remo ras.
Oh. We're eating the creatures in the
Probably-
vents, guys.
Yeah.
And I love that Josie said there were many legs down there, and they're very close to crab. We're eating giant bugs, aren't we?
Probably giant crab bugs.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna
Giant
assume
bugs.
there's some people out in chat, perhaps Roju knows what a Remoras is.
I have no fucking idea what it is.
I'm curious.
Okay, you're gonna look it up.
No, because what I was thinking, you said remora, and that's like that's a fish.
Dutch was
Yeah,
saying
no, these are spelled different.
it's a
Okay,
Pokemon called
then, yeah.
Remoraid. So that's all
Yeah, that's
I
what
can
I
think
thought of at first,
Yeah.
and I was like, no way.
Everyone's like,
way.
it's a Pokemon,
Yeah,
right?
it's a Pokemon.
No, it's not a Pokemon.
But yes,
We're not eating Pokemon.
No,
Come
we're
on.
not eating Pokemon.
Well, yes, we're only here long enough to, well, thankfully, get a map and some directions potentially.
We may as well pop in and see the captain. I firmly believe that part of our mission is to find allies. I feel like the Captain Featherness might be someone we could at least ask if they're interested in helping out.
Yeah.
They seemed willing to fight the good fight back when
like
we
you
were on
said,
board.
perhaps we ask on their ship when they get back to the ship.
Well, we can go find them first. Say hello.
Hmm. Well, I feel a bit odd that that you're the one that is on my level at the moment, Rudy.
Well, I don't know. Like, I can't explain it, but maybe it was just the fact that, yeah, I got spooked by seeing that eye, but this
Oh, I
whole
am glad I didn't see it.
town is empty, except for essentially this one building, or maybe the close buildings around it. Why are those outer buildings empty? And then we come in here and they throw food at us, throw luxury at us, and almost didn't even ask for payment unless we brought it up.
Well, they did say for their specialities, or the more obviously they've got some sort of milking animals
Yeah.
to make cheese.
But normally, like, you go into an establishment and I can't put my finger on it. I just feel not at ease.
Well, look,
I will
none of us
say,
have been
I
to-
will
yeah.
say for most of you, because you're all traveling, you would all have this. This doesn't feel like an establishment. It has more of a an eatery vibe, a
Mm.
mass hall, a cafeteria. It's not. They don't buy and sell things in this building. Here's where people just come to eat.
Yeah.
This seems to be more of a communal, collective building for eating.
Okay.
Like, I'm not knocking how these people live here. It's just, we were strangers who walked in out of the woods, and I know that their benefactor, Free said that their benefactor would know if we meant them ill will, but it just seems so odd.
Well, we'll be careful, but maybe they're just very nice people.
And
I've
that
never
is
been to
also
their
odd.
backyard.
No one's this nice, especially not to unknown
This
adventurers.
is why I make food for people all the time.
And Malivore has been nothing but lovely.
But just... Rudy takes another bite of supremely cheesed up meat.
Supremely.
Oh my god. So, taking
Wow.
what Rudy said into consideration, can Nana look around and see anything? She doesn't have very good perception.
What is your passive perception for Nana?
Passive perception is a +4.
Okay. You don't really spot these.
Any eyeballs? No.
No, you don't. But you get definitely got that sense that you're being watched.
I don't have enough insight to see it yet.
Yeah, you need more eyes on the inside.
Grant us eyes.
I will say though, Gerald, you can definitely make a check if you would like, an Arcana check.
Sure, I love those. Apparently not very much though. Hold on, let me throw the whispers on it.
Hat bonus.
Yeah.
Hat bonus.
At bonus.
So
Hat
16.
bonus. With a 16, conferring with Sarkaba for a moment. Sarkaba whispers back to you, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's definitely an aberration.
As in, you're not a big fan, or that it's abhorrent, or it's an aberration.
It is a being from the astral sea.
Oh.
But it does not seem hostile.
Yet. There's always a yet.
No, we'll just fucking leave. That's fine. We don't need to be here. I'm out. That's good. I'm good.
Surely,
for the cheese
Arthur,
nuts.
you feel something. Surely you feel. I don't know. Are you at ease with all this, or?
Arthur's gonna have another look around the room and see what he can see.
I'm gonna say with your passive perception, you've reached a point that wherever you look, there's always like an eye looking at something, and it's like you're trying to look at something else, but there's like in your periphery, you're like it's like someone seeing a cable and being like snake, except like everything looks like eyes to you.
So Arthur sort of goes like
I'm gonna.
this and leans in real low and goes, "Look, to be honest, there's eyes everywhere."
And Gerald sort of just holds up just like tries to subtly hold up a hand, and is just going to cast message a few times, just like subtly, sort of like pointing at each of them with the hand, not like you, but just like pointing with the hand on the table, just to direct the spell.
Let me. I've been thinking about the cantrip message.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Also, Nana spit out her cheese because you said there were eyes everywhere, and she's worried she just ate some. I just need to say that.
The
Fair.
message cantrip is not telepathic. You still have to whisper, and they hear what you whispered.
As long as because like there's whispering and then there's whispering,
Yeah, but
right?
but I like the thing here that I'm just telling you, it's not telepathic, but it's the reply and only the target, like they can hear it, but it's not telepathic. It's what I'm saying. It's not the sending spell, but it does specify that only the target
Yeah.
can hear.
Yeah, it says the target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yes.
So so effectively, like, I am whispering, I guess, but nothing else can hear it.
Yeah, only the person you're pointing at can hear.
Yeah, but I'm going to make a point, seeing as there's eyes everywhere. I'm just going to cover the mouth. So there's no lip reading shenanigans, and I'm just going to pass on to each of them that I had I had a little whisper with, or rather, I had a little whisper with Sakaba, and we seem to be in agreement that, from the looks of things, this is probably some sort of aberration from the astral sea. Not hostile yet.
I was just waiting for the yet.
Well, I always had a yet.
Never leave home without yets, people.
Nana's still looking at the food. Like, are you sure they're everywhere?
Arthur sort of just like, they're on the walls. I look everywhere.
Okay,
Oh, that's
all right.
fine. No, that's fine.
How about we just finish this meal? Maybe we go find the captain, and then we can mosey on out.
More out loud, I'll be like, yeah, well, I mean, plans the same. Just we'll get the map. We'll thank these kind people and their benevolent benefactor, and we'll go on our way. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds wonderful.
What happens if Arthur looks directly at the eye?
You just want to look for an eye and look at it?
Arthur wants to
have a
antagonize the guy.
You have
Of
a
course he
staring
does.
contest,
Of
yeah.
course he
Arthur
wants to.
literally wants to see it and
He-
then like just look at it.
Yeah, the eye, you clock one of these eyes, and it's just like looking around casually, and then it sees that you're looking at it, looks at you for a couple of seconds, and then it just keeps looking around.
I
Nice.
keep looking at it.
Yeah, after a moment, it looks back at you, and keeps looking around, looks back at you, and then it sort of like closes and disappears.
Arthur
Arthur,
looks for another
why are
eye.
you having a staring contest with the wall? What are you doing, Arthur?
I feel like wherever we go in these houses is going to be attached to Freeze third eye. I think it's a magical thing where it's in the buildings themselves.
I don't know that it's necessarily free. I think there's a community here that makes use of this system.
I don't mind as long as it's not in the bathroom.
Oh,
I
that
will
would be
say also-
terrible.
Open the toilet, there's just an eyeball in the bowl.
I will ask, did you, for Gerald, pick up the detect magic invocation?
Oh,
that we
yes.
talked about?
Yes, I did.
You can sense that there's magic in this room, but it's not like it's permeating the walls or the building or anything like that. Like whenever Arthur would point out an eye and you look towards it, doesn't feel necessarily magical.
Probably a creature.
Wait, you don't think we're inside a creature, do you?
Uh,
What if this is its mouth? What if it closes?
Ever heard of a warehouse? No.
Yes, actually, I have.
Wait, when's the next full moon? Quick, Josie.
Now!
Wow.
And it just turns back into a person with everyone inside it.
Oh,
Oh, God.
No!
I'm fine. I can summon things.
Arthur's gonna get up and touch one of the walls.
I thought you were gonna touch the vent. I was like, please.
Just
please
the
say
wall.
something
Just
good.
put your hand on the wall.
He's gonna be like that and just.
Feels like a very finely made plank.
Arthur, what are you doing?
I don't like this place.
How loud did he
Don't
just say
it
that?
So loud.
Loud enough that
Arthur
some
put it
people are
properly.
like,
Arthur!
Arthur, just sit down and let's.
I don't want to sit down. I want to leave.
Oh, he's such a
We
child.
got to wait for the map first.
everything all right here? And you see like Free is walking over.
Yes.
Arthur bluntly goes, "Is there no
Everything's fine, Free. Thank you. We were just finishing up this tasty meal.
We were just
And,
going to but I can't reach. Free, would
Oh,
someone
would you like me to?
Oh yes, please.
Like, he
Oh,
just
very-
grabs
very
and like
kind.
reaches over and dunks the food over. And after a moment, there's as more steam comes out.
And then Rudy opens up his coin pouch. He's like, and how much do we owe you for the meal and this lovely
Well,
hospitality?
No worries. It was more if you wanted some to take with you.
Oh, I insist.
You've
Honestly,
had a taste. You insist?
I
Well, then
insist.
Pay me what you feel it was worth.
I'm terrible at this. So we will. Gerald, help me out. How much? I don't.
I'm just gonna.
Rudy's like watching Free's face as he pulls out like a gold coin slowly, watching Free's eyes.
You're just looking for a reaction.
Make an insight check.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Like, what's the appropriate tip?
Yeah,
What's the
like-
appropriate tip?
Baby, what is this? No. Oh no.
You see, natural one.
Oh my god. Wait.
Free-
Does that
free
do any
plus-
better?
Plus-
Yeah.
what's
11.
What's your
Sorry.
passive though?
The passive inside is
Yeah, what's your passive
20.
inside?
Should be 20.
So, he's-
Yeah.
so do what you will with that, Josie.
Well, what did Nana roll then?
Oh, we're about to find
Oh,
out.
no,
'cause I
did
used
you
to-
roll digital?
Yeah, I
You
dice?
rolled
did.
digital.
I shouldn't have.
Should we just ban Cuddly from using the digital
Yeah,
dice?
absolutely.
No, it was a 16.
Strike
a
it
little
from-
better.
I'll say that
He's pulling out a gold coin.
I'm gonna say that Nana,
Mhm.
to you, Free looks completely like poker face. Like anything's fine. Free genuinely meant like pay what it was worth. But what you see, Rudy, being the one who's up close and personal, is that Free looks completely stoic, like just waiting for you to hand over any amount of money. But you can see the third eye is like squinting at you.
Rudy goes, he's like, he sort of fumbles the coin back into the pouch and he reaches back in and he's pulling out 3 gold now.
You can see the third eye squints a little less.
He goes, oh, and he fumbles again. He's, oh, sorry, I think I got a little too close to the vent. My fingers are a little burnt. And he pulls out 5 gold.
third eye closes itself. Just like
And
There
he,
you
and he
go.
hands 5 gold over to Fred.
And
Yes.
Freeze is very generous of you. You really didn't have to.
Oh, you're like a little
thank you.
oasis in a desert, so to speak. A desert of snow, and the oasis is actually warm. It's kind of like the opposite, really, but very, very lovely.
I like that sentiment. I might use that one.
Absolutely. You can have that one for no charge.
That one's for free.
You are. It's all right. I know that my name is also used as a word. It is.
I'm going to.
I'm sorry.
just gonna
You
bail
must not
Rudy
run
out of the
into a
toilet.
lot of tieflings.
No,
Oh, I wouldn't have even thought tiefling.
Oh, well, you don't travel to the south a lot then, I assume.
Oh no, we're first time.
This is our first trip here. Can you believe it?
Most tiefling here have cocytus blood within them, hence the paleness and the shells.
Oh, okay.
And I named myself Free in my adolescence to honor my mother who broke free from the cocytus clans in the south many years ago.
Oh, good for her and good for you.
Thank you. And so don't feel like you need to hesitate in using the word free. I can tell when it's used as my name or not. Context matters. But with this, how about I walk you out? I'm heading to fetch that map anyway.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Let's we'll join you if you like.
And you see, like, as you're putting back your clothes, like you're buttoning up your cloaks, you're putting on your gloves. Free is just wearing this like light coverall, essentially.
Must be nice.
Just steps outside, opens the door for you all.
Yeah, Gerald's put his since the other night he's not wearing his cold weather gear now because he's adjusted his resistance.
Whereas Nana,
I
think
Nana has
Nana
has her cloak again and stuff.
Yeah.
I will say though, as this was technically a short rest while you were having the food, I do want to remind Cuddly you do have the Walker of Dreams feature now that you're high enough levels. So I just want to ask if you want to use it, as it procs at the end of a short rest.
What does it do? What does it do?
What does it do? I'm about to read it to you.
Oh.
Once per long rest, when you finish a short rest, you can cast one of the following spells without expending a spell slot or requiring material components.
Oh.
Dream, with you as the messenger, Scrying, or Teleportation Circle. This use of Teleportation Circle opens a portal to the last location where you finished a long rest, which is not very far from here.
In the middle of the woods, right?
Yeah, not great, but yeah, on your current plane of existence.
That's so cool.
Nana can return to last checkpoint, essentially.
That's so good.
That's super cool.
Nana has created save files.
Between Nana and Rudy, we've
Yeah.
got like quick travel points.
Yeah,
basically.
Nana has a quick save. She makes a quick save every time you sleep.
Nice.
If Nana divulged this ability, Rudy might have suggested that we attempt to scry on Captain Feather.
Does it have to go like on Captain? What if he's doing something? What if he's doing things? So rude.
I'm just saying if that's something you wanted to do as part of the short rest, because I know there's been, and for the viewers as well, there's been multiple times after stream that me and Cuddly have talked about this, and she's been like, "Shit, should have used it," and I've been like, "Oh, that could have been a good moment to use it." So I just want to remind you.
Well, I don't think Dream would be very useful because everyone's awake right now, and Teleportation Circle, we don't really want that. So yeah, Scrying would probably be the only thing that I would be interested in. Yeah, she can mention
just to see
it.
if he was all right, because again, like Rudy's feeling very paranoid. So again, if Nana had have divulged that she has this ability now, that would have been the suggestion Rudy would have made.
Sure. Well, should we say that we maybe did it at the table?
Definitely could have done.
Sure, I'll mark it off. Let me scry on the captain.
You want to scry on the captain?
Sure.
Okay.
I hope he's decent.
And doesn't.
Do you have anything in your possession that once belonged to the captain?
Oh.
I feel like if anyone would, it would be Arthur. Arthur interacted
Yeah,
a lot.
I feel like Arthur you would have
I don't-
had
I don't
you would have had more of something that
remember.
meant.
Arthur's
I don't
got
think you took
nothing.
anything.
I didn't know if we needed anything, so that's my.
What is your spell save DC
Let
for Nana?
me find out. My spell save DC is 17.
17. Okay. I'm just doing some math real quick.
I mean, if he resists, she's not gonna like keep trying. But
No, it's just scrying has modifiers to it depending on how familiar you are with the person. If you have something of theirs, the DC
Oh, I see.
changes.
As to how whether it's successful or not.
Yes. And I failed regardless. So as you're sitting and eating, it's more that you're thinking about Feminist. I'm assuming that that is how Nana would be scrying. It's maybe it's more like you're just thinking about someone and then you get that sort of dissociation where you start daydreaming a little
I'm wondering
bit.
what they're up to. Yeah, and just being
Yeah.
like, I wonder what they're doing.
It's more of those like you finished a meal and you're just letting it sink in, you know? That kind of vibe. And you start to see the inside of a log cabin, essentially. It's kind of spacious, if a bit barren. You look around a little bit, and you see sitting at a table, a very ramshackle-looking table, hasn't been used in a long time. Looks like someone has tried like sweeping it clean. You see the captain sitting. And this would be the first time that Nana sees. He's not wearing his hat. And in his billowing white hair with these green tints, you do see these almost branch-like protrusions sticking up. And the hair is moving with a wind that doesn't seem to
Secret's
exist.
out again. So it's Arthur and Nana who knows.
Yeah. Cool.
And you see he speaks to someone. You can't quite tell who this person is. It's like it's fuzzy. It's like at the edge of what you're able to perceive, but you can see that someone is sitting at the opposite end of this table. And he says, "This is ridiculous. We should have left days ago. Why are we still here?" And this person must have said something. "I know, but I will not have one of my crew members work under this Barnabad. I am not leaving Alana alone in this town."
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
they talk for a bit, like
Yeah.
Stro talk, like just every now and then, and you do hear, "I don't care if it can see us right now. I don't care." Herr Barnavad, if you're looking, I am not going to give you Alana. We will find our own way. Don't care. And just like talking to the room.
such a feminist thing. Amazing. Amazing. So because we said that was after the meal, I'll assume that that's when we kind of see Free.
Yeah,
and
that's
then she's just
that's
gonna
when
hold
that's
that
when you start
information back.
talking about when Arthur starts mentioning the eyes everywhere, walks up and like fondles the wall.
Cool.
Yeah, she holds that
And
information
as-
back for a bit. Yeah.
So as you exit the building and Free takes you outside into the snow, and the snow is picking up, and it is midday. It's like 1, maybe 2 p.m., but it's fairly dark. And with the snow coming down this heavy, it's really hard to see anything. And the ground is wet and mushy and slushy. Like you can feel it's melting from underneath. The snow doesn't really stick to the ground.
Mm.
So as you start heading down the streets, that's where we're gonna take our break.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, it's break time.
It is break time.
Break time.
Break time. Let's quickly check how we doing. All right. Well, if we're taking a break, I'm gonna run a couple of ads and run to the little froze room.
I'll do the same. I'm running
BRB,
some ads.
everyone.
Sounds good.
I don't care.
I don't care.
He wouldn't. He
Uh,
wouldn't.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. And that's the best thing.
wouldn't care.
I will take a
Doesn't give a
break, but
shit.
first I want to leave with everyone's chats. I want them to know that Josie literally made like a whole economy just so she could make a cheese nuts joke. She made like a whole menu
Mhm.
just to make a cheese nuts joke.
I mean,
That's
worth it.
dedication.
Well,
100%
That's
it
worth
dedication.
was, it was more like I was sitting thinking, because when I write these, when I make like design, I give myself an outline for these settlements. I'm like, okay, what is something unique to this area? What would they have? And I was going through, okay, they have a water underground, like they have essentially like floor heating built into the whole town. So the ground would still be somewhat fertile. So they would maybe have some bushes, some trees. And I know from
Mhm.
personal experience that certain apples grow very well in cold climates. We do have something called winter apples we make cider and wine out of. And it's really, really tasty. I was thinking tomato. No, they have potatoes as well, and they have the remoras. So they make ribs, like the remo ribs. It's not technically ribs, but they call it the remo ribs. And then I was like, they would probably also eat a lot of nuts. And then I was thinking, okay, but what else would they have? And I was thinking northern Sweden. They would probably have some form of domesticated creatures that produce milk. So they would have access to cheese, because cheese is really, really important in colder climates. And I was like,
Mhm, mhm.
cheese fondue is kind of cool. And then I was like, oh my god, cheese nuts? Yes. Yes. And I was like, this is happening. Cheese nuts.
Oh,
Cheese
yeah.
nuts. I'm
I mean,
furious.
cheese nuts delicious.
I'm
Like
furious.
roasted nuts, raw nuts, like
Mhm,
whatever. I was
mhm.
just like that. They would
Proceed.
probably.
Just gobble them up.
How about you don't?
Yes, and I will say Moogle did get it right. Free is
Mm.
using what is considered a virtue name, which is
Oh,
something that in OG D&D lore in the Forgotten Realms, many tieflings change names as they grow up to embody either
Ah.
something that they want to reach towards, aspire
Oh,
towards,
wow.
or something important from their past.
That's
And Free
that's
named
a long
themselves
forgotten
Free
one.
because their
Yeah, yeah.
family broke out of a very strict culture and has managed to survive where most don't, and so named
Straight
themselves
out of
Free.
a harsh culture, right into a weird cult.
yeah. Can't spell culture without cult.
Anyway, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
go,
close
go
the
to the
channels
toilet,
and
and we will be
culture.
back.
Okay. I will also go and I will be right back. Unless we need someone to babysit. Oh shit.
I was also gonna go. Shit.
Oh shit. Well, hell, you go, and I'll stay, and then I'll go.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go. Okay,
I'm
I'll be back.
your babysitter now.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Oh my gosh. It's just you and me now. Just you and me now, chats. You know what that means. This is my D&D stream now. And for my next DM move, I am going to level Nana up to level 21. I think that is a really good number. Might go 22 if we're feeling spicy. So I'm also just gonna add divine intervention, even though she's not a cleric. It just feels right, you know? It just feels like the right move. I'd also like an Eldritch Blast, just because it's fun.
Else brasses
Oh, shit.
nuts.
Hey, I'm the DM now, so I'm leveling up Nana to level 22.
Oh, sweet. Can I level up Arthur to level 22?
No, because Arthur's already OP, so you actually have to bring him down a couple.
Wow. You know what? My coffee is still very nice and
I'm
warm.
very proud of that. That's very good. I'm gonna run and be back because I was babysitting. So it's your turn. Your turn to be the DM. Let me know what you decide to do.
Wow.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah. You can't unlevel Nana though. It's already done.
No level.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now we've got 2. All right. Now we'll run.
Right. We got to talk about your problem with touching things.
No, it's the quickest thing to find out what's going on.
The quickest thing to get eaten by a sentient wall.
Sentient will only bite.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, there's things Arthur could have touched in the past and he has not.
Yeah, I suppose, but you did almost put your face in a steam vent.
Arthur did touch that poison when we were on the bottle. Remember?
I do remember that. Oh dear. Yes, we have a history of touching things that we shouldn't. Absolutely. Oh dear. We I knew there was something just off the second we walked. Like, you know what really triggered me? Like outside of the game, the music. Josie's selection of music here.
Was like suspicious.
It was because I started the tavern music and I was like, this is too lighthearted.
Yeah. You really set off my sus alarm, to be honest. I was just straight away.
He was looking for those vents, looking for the imposter.
I've had a similar experience with my Pathfinder group where it's like I try to make interesting things and I'm like, oh, that would be cool. But somehow whenever I describe stuff, they're like, we need to kill it with fire. It has to die.
Well, isn't that any D&D party?
We don't kill things straight away.
No,
we just we just argue and talk a lot.
DMs give generic, hey, that's a chest. Oh, that's not a lot of detail. Fuck, we got to investigate the shit out of that chest. DM gives, it looks like an ordinary chest. Doesn't look like anything suspicious. They go, all right, check it for locks, check it for traps. Yep, nothing. Easy. DM over explains, look how beautiful it is. It's description and all this. Immediately sus. It's like not enough or too much. Something is wrong with that chest. You can't win as a DM, I don't think.
I'd always rather have too much description than too little. I think that's I mean, a balance, like depending on like what you're looking at. Like if you're describing background scenery, you can kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you can
beautiful rolling hills, greenery.
You can kind of like quickly go through it. But like if you're describing like features of a person or like, you know, objects or something like that, you go into more detail because that gives a very visual sort of, you know, description for people.
I said. That. My very first D&D game, it was, so you guys approach generic town A. That was literally what the DM called it. We're like, oh.
Yeah, a little meta and yeah.
I want to go see the workshop. Yeah, the workshop is called Generic Town A Workshop.
That's...
Yeah.
So they thought they were being funny with the generic name, like with that name? No, they just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Why would you do that? I don't know.
Oh, I was not impressed.
No, it wouldn't be. It's awful.
And then ever since then, I always had to drink playing D&D games. And then you guys came along, and
you kept drinking.
Yeah, you keep drinking.
No, that was just old habits.
No, at that point, you're just drinking. Just full stop.
I just heard drinking as I came back with my cup of wine.
Oh.
I've got wine.
Oh, is it the same that you drew the other day?
Yeah, it is. It's the sweet one.
You know,
I all went to a baby shower and won a prize as a little bottles of wine. I should go get one.
Are you saying that if I can on my flight later in the week, if I can get little bottles of alcohol, I should try?
Mm-hmm.
Bonus point, if you're just really like nervous on your flight and you won't stop you know how flight attendants are just really nice, and this one could tell that I was nervous, so I showed them a bunch of pictures of my cat, and then they gave me a bottle of wine to like shut me up. Yeah. So if you can pull
They're
all
like,
that off.
give the baby her bottle and we
Yeah.
can walk away.
I mean, I think they actually meant it in a hopefully this will help you sleep kind of
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
But I like to imagine that they were like, please stop showing me pictures of your cat.
See, like the flight we're going on, on Friday, it's really awkward because the flight is like around midday, and we end up arriving in Singapore around like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. our time, as in Melbourne time. So it's like we actually shouldn't sleep on this first flight, on this 8-hour flight, which is it's going to be
You really
such a really like hard thing to do. Because I think like just naturally when you're on a long haul flight, you want to sleep. That's what you want to do.
I can't sleep on planes.
No, I just want to cry. Yeah.
I only get upset at takeoffs though, so I'm not.
No, I'm
I've
okay with
never been
takeoff
on a
and
flight
landing.
longer than 2.5 hours.
I've done
Chimney Cricket is asking, where is Aussie going?
Singapore. I'm heading to Singapore on Friday.
I'm going to Singer Rich.
Well, I'm not because my bank account says
We
I
can't all
shouldn't.
go to Singer Ridge.
Yes, Noctu and I are going on our very, very, very delayed honeymoon. And,
Yeah.
But you are going nonetheless, and we'd love that for you.
yeah, no, it's very exciting.
I'm yet to still have a honeymoon.
Yeah, it gets like that, doesn't it? When you like either miss the opportunity or you sort of like just can't. Yeah.
We're just gonna wait till the kids are out, move out.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
We're just gonna
Why
go.
is it called honeymoon?
And not Sugar Sun, I know.
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
Well, I say
Googling.
moon
Yeah.
because it's normally the night.
Yeah, the honeymoon normally starts, the
The
night
night that
after
you
the
get
wedding.
married.
Yeah. I mean,
So I'm assuming that's where the moon is. As for the honey, sex.
No, it's
No.
it's
Bees.
actually
Actually
I'm
just
not joking.
bees.
It is Scandinavian, and it comes
Oh.
from drinking mead because it was good luck apparently to drink mead for the first month
Love
There
me.
to
you
improve
go.
conception.
Oh,
So what it was about.
It was
That's fine. I
sex.
love mead. I'm gonna get married just for the mead.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Who gets married for me? I have to drink mead for a month.
Sorry about that. I'm
Drink
back.
mead.
Uh,
I know.
Hi,
Worries.
back.
Yeah.
Ah,
Jim says don't bring chewing gum to Singapore.
No, which is actually a really good reminder because like normally I do try to chew gum on planes, but we'll rather just
wait. You can't bring chewing gum to Singapore?
no. I think like the act
I think
of
you can't have it in public. Is that
yes,
right?
I think having chewing gum on the streets is like because they like to get rid of it like from being like just put if people have chewing gum they just take it out of their mouth and like stick it anywhere. I think to get
Yeah.
rid of that they effectively banned it on the streets. You can still have it and I think you can still buy it. It's just tourists will
Not
probably
out
get
in
Something
caught
you
out.
do on
Yeah.
your own time.
Yeah.
Like do it at home.
Yeah.
Do it at home.
Yeah, you filthy animals. Chew your gum at
Oh.
home. Sickos.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's probably more
No,
what
that's
it is.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Chewing gum is banned in Singapore. You have to have it prescribed by a doctor or something like that, says Jim.
There you
Oh,
go. It's
shit.
actually further than I thought. There you go.
That's
Wow.
wild.
We were just gonna get like
But-
some soft candy.
I totally get it though.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean,
There's,
yeah, gum is really annoying to get off of stuff. So you know what? Fair enough.
It's also like I don't know. I've
just not
I've
that
heard
good.
and read. It's also like a lot of people use chewing gum as a substitute for addiction, and it causes like a lot of gastrointestinal issues.
Like if you eat it.
No, because of the
Oh,
because
chewing.
it's got like it's not only chewing. If you eat it, it's bad, but also because of all the sweeteners. Like it's got
the artificial sweeteners.
chock full of artificial
Mm,
sweeteners in it.
Mm.
Yeah.
See, I always find the topic of addiction very interesting because my mate, he's been addicted to smoking, drinking, and a few other things, but he can go, "Yep, I quit cold turkey like that and won't smoke or won't drink or anything for like a year." He'll like go cold turkey and be right with it.
Yeah.
And then some other people
Depends on the
struggle with
person.
it. It like I just
Yeah.
find it so interesting how addiction works.
Yeah,
know
I
this is
I have a very
topic.
I have a very addictive
It is a
personality.
fascinating
Yeah.
and deep
Addictive
topic.
personality, yeah.
Probably not one we can really get
No,
into
not
right
really.
now.
No.
Because we're talking about D&D. Snuts?
No.
I was gonna say it, but you got there first.
What is
I was going
tonight?
that all ACDC, like
Nope.
D and
What?
D.
AC?
It's dynamite.
DC? These nuts?
What?
Sorry.
So we left the
As-
building with Free.
Free, Free walks you down the street outside.
Hope Free doesn't fall over. Because they're free fall.
You're gonna get the Panthers to come.
I'm sorry.
Free leads you to a fork in the path, and you do see that while you're now seeing a different side of this town. The district that you walked through to get here had a lot of abandoned buildings, but here you see that they're actually kept. It's seems to be that most people live on the northern side of town. You came through the south and you walked by many abandoned buildings. Here you see that they're well kept. You see some that has actually what looks like small greenhouses as well around the buildings, and it's starting to look quite homey. There's specks of color. The snow is coming down hard still, but it looks more like an actual town walking through this area. And Free says, "Oh, well, if you head down this way, and then, as I said, you take the first one to the left, then the blue door. You should be good."
Oh, all right. Thank you. We'll pop in and say hello.
Oh, and
Yes.
you the map you said you were. Oh,
Well, are you planning on spending the night in town? Otherwise, I can just meet you back at the eatery.
I don't. I think we're probably, and he sort of looks at the rest of it. Probably not likely, but if we change our mind, we know where to go.
How about for now we'll
Yes,
meet you at the eatery, and then we'll by then we should we should know our mind, know whether we're going to stay the night or not. Are you there all the
Wonderful.
time, or should we? Is there a specific
Most
time?
of the time, yes. Especially now, if I'm not there, I will make sure that someone knows to give you the map when you arrive. If no one does, that just means I haven't found it yet. You might have to wait for a moment.
All good.
All right. Thank you for your assistance.
Well, it's been lovely, and thank you for bringing some liveliness to town. We do get people coming through now and then, but having two groups of newcomers is quite a rarity, and you can definitely tell. Feels like looks around, takes a deep breath, and there's this heavy snow. All of you are like having to squint, and the goggles keep fogging up. It just stands there like, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad we could lift your spirits.
And while the cold isn't bothering you, you are soaked to the bone. Like your clothes are
Oh
wet.
no!
And it's like your hat is drooping, and it's still incredibly uncomfortable.
Are his robes still flapping and slapping him?
Yeah, but they're like splashing water everywhere.
Oh, Gerald, please.
It's like constantly.
I would have thought these
snapping a
magic
wet
robes would be at
towel.
least waterproof.
Now that's an extra surcharge.
Oh, that's so.
now that the-
perfect.
Next time we're back there, I'm gonna have to ask.
He will be gladly add waterproofing to it, I reckon.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
add a
Probably slap a
codpiece,
codpiece. Yeah, a codpiece for free.
I mean, who
For
says it
free.
doesn't already have one?
Does that flap around too?
I mean, Can find out.
No, we
Nana's
can't. No, we
gonna
can't.
go
Anyway,
to the-
we turn left and go towards the blue building with the blue door.
Oh,
By the way, you started this
no.
tonight, Josie. This is your fault. You can't blame us.
Of course I can. You say I started this tonight.
No,
but you started this campaign.
Yeah, no, I will take half responsibility for that.
Look, I take the
That's
free falling
sweet.
responsibility. I
That was
admire
great,
that.
though.
I
I mean,
was
that
so
was
happy
fun.
about it.
You're a
Solid,
good
solid.
boy.
You're
Orb,
excused.
you are wonderful.
Mhm.
Orb, you have a good amount of bad jokes.
Head
Yeah, as any dad should.
No, Dad's
True.
meant
I
to
feel
go
like
over
you're
the top.
actually. I expected more from you.
Now we're
Look,
disappointed.
Hang
You
on.
can't say that.
You want to open that book?
No. We turn left and go towards the building with the blue door.
Yeah, we're
Please.
gonna go say hi to the captain.
Yep.
Who knocks on the door?
Yeah.
Arthur. Yeah.
As you go to knock on the door, it flies open, opening inwards, and you see the gray-skinned face, wearing a bandana with a couple of fine little chains coming down from underneath it, looking at you through the open door. And you see tears in her eyes. And then you see her face go stern as she looks at you, Arthur.
Somebody's in trouble.
Or
Hello.
And she just. Well, don't stand out there. Step in.
Arthur's just like,
Well, don't
yeah,
mind if we do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rudy sort of like shuffles Arthur in.
She does look at Rudy like.
Don't look too hard at Rudy, please.
Why does he?
He's
open his
gone through a
mouth?
transformation.
Why does he open me? He continues to open his mouth. Oh my gosh.
Look, I will continue to open my mouth because we're in company of friends.
And you're standing in this little tight hallway, and everyone's coming in, and you can see there's like a tight little hallway. You see a couple of coats and some shoes have been taken off, and then there's a door that opens in, and you can hear voices like talking in there, and it seems to be a bigger room. And it's not like we're not talking about this. This is like a little rental cabin. This is an actual house that has just been emptied. And she closes the door as the last one of you enters.
Arthur sort of goes, "Look, I'm sorry, but can I have a cuddle? I want a hug. It's been for ages."
She just holds her finger up,
Okay, yes.
pokes you in the solar plexus. Not only did you leave me without a proper goodbye, after I thought we had something, but you died?
Oh, you heard about that?
Oh, but don't worry, I brought him back. Everything's still there.
Heard about it.
Fast.
Heard about it. And she just like pushes you like up against the wall, and like
Look.
and then looks over at Rudy like, I got questions for you too. Heard about it. Have you forgotten? I can tell. I don't need to hear it from anyone, but I would have liked to heard from you at all.
You know what? We'll leave you two to discuss this very personal
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
We're gonna go talk to the captain.
We're gonna shuffle our way
And
into
we'll
the
leave
next
you
room.
two. You can ask
We're
us
leaving
questions
in-
later.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, good to see you, Alana. Yeah.
Nice to see you, Gerald, Nana. And then she just
Of
turns
course,
back to
dear.
Arthur.
All right. We have a lot to talk
Oh.
about.
Well, at
No,
least-
there's not really a lot to talk about.
Look.
And then
Yes.
she just walks up and she just pulls your scarf down and looks at your neck. What did this? What happened?
Look. Ferocious beast. My friends were gonna die. I had to save them.
So then you had to die?
Well, it was me or everyone else. And, well, I chose me.
No,
No?
no. No, I'm
I'm-
sure. I'm sure there was something else you all could have done.
Look,
I am just no. I don't want to talk to you right now. And she just like walks away.
Arthur goes, well, shit.
How far away did we get? We didn't get very far, did we?
No, you did not get very
we were
far.
just all standing there in the
Far
hallway.
enough.
Rudy's just like on Arthur's shoulder.
Arthur just looks back
She'll
and
come
goes,
around. She'll come around. It's okay.
Look, it's all my fault. We had a thing. I was too blind not to see that we had a thing going.
You're
and-
just saying that because she said it. You
I
did
can
not.
still hear you. She says.
Oh, fuck! and that's what Arthur literally says.
Arthur,
"Oh,
it's Arthur.
Gerald's just trying to like become the wall.
Arthur just goes and sits down in a corner now. He goes, thanks, Rudy.
And
he
before-
just says,
You step in and you're like in a bigger like a sitting room, a front room, if you will. It doesn't have a lot. It looks like people have dumped baggage, like their luggage and stuff in one of the corners, and you see there's a door closed to another room, and you can hear people talking behind. And then stepping out from another room, you see scraggly looking, like it hasn't shaved or showered in a while, but still, as you remember, muscular Benny steps out. And he just, I swear I heard Arthur. And he looks around. What the shit?
Hello.
Well, hello, Benny.
You did hear him.
Oh,
He's here.
yeah. Look at all of you.
yes.
No, I mean it. Look at you. What happened? Are you
Arthur.
all okay?
Arthur
Mean,
pulls
are
up
you
his shirt a
okay?
little
We're
bit more.
fine. We've never been
Oh.
better.
I've been better.
Oh, sorry. Could you all leave your shoes in the hallway, please?
Oh,
And he
of
just
course.
looks down, and he goes.
Oh, I
"Grabs
was-
some more
I
from
was-
the
No!
Oh, I was going to mention that actually. Oh no.
Gerald, could you do the?
I'll press the digitation to clean up the tracks.
And then it kind of
Oh,
holds up her hands and goes,
thank you.
I don't have Vinny with me today
Oh,
on this day.
okay, that's good to hear. Good to hear.
Mm.
How did you all get here? Did you know we were here?
No, not at
No.
all.
No, it
Complete
was a pleasant
coincidence.
surprise.
A happy little accident.
Yeah.
And we came through a tree.
What? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask.
It's best to not.
I've learned from my mistakes. I'm just gonna, I've been working on it. I've been seeing someone, talking to someone, and just accept things the way they are. Change the things that I can change.
Oh,
That's-
good for you.
An amazing mentality to take.
I wish I could have the same outlook on life. But I cannot. Everything's terrifying.
I feel for you, Gerald. But you have to find the silver linings. I'm sure everything's not, even though things may be terrifying. Don't good things sometimes come out of it?
I guess.
Well, that's true. We didn't know if we would get here, but we did.
When the
in
badger
one
came back
piece.
alive, when you had a good idea.
That was
The
very
badger.
reassuring. Yes.
Yes.
Benny, look, we're here to just say hello and well, actually, we were going to be on our way, but I might have accidentally eavesdropped on a conversation, so we're also here to ask if you need some help. Oh, I haven't
Help?
told you all yet.
What do you
Anyway,
mean,
he's
Nana?
your captain is.
Are we sticking our nose in more business?
The captain is currently talking with a friend. I'm certain the captain probably wants to know that y'all are here. You hear, and I heard them from yards away. And the door opens.
Sorry
and
about
the captain
that.
Steps out and he like ducks under the doorway, his hat on. And says, "I've heard that you've made quite the name for yourselves. The vanguard of the black."
Well,
That's right. We did
Quite-
make that
quite
name
literally
ourselves.
make a name
Yes.
for ourselves, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's a good name, isn't
Quite
it?
funny.
But funny. What? It was meant to be
It is
imposing.
a bit of a mouthful.
That's true. You can just say the Vanguard if you like. I don't think there's.
The vanguard. Good name.
We
Valve.
we thought by adding Vanguard of the Black, it would
Just in
know.
case there are any other Vanguards about,
Yeah.
just to differentiate.
No, I understand.
Also,
The
Evan
vanguard.
Fire
Good
and all that.
name. Yeah.
I didn't really workshop it. I was just signed off on it.
Well, it is great to see you all again.
What brings you to this part of the world?
Well, you see, after what happened in Southport, we headed north to my old stomping grounds, if you will, and stumbled upon some problem. We had to. Didn't really have much of a vacation. We had to come down here to help a friend.
That's
You see standing in the doorway behind Febinus. All of you pick up on this person who stands there, wearing a rather form-fitting leather vest. Not too tall necessarily, maybe 172 centimeters tall. But the thing that you all realize quite quickly are the eyes. Because you've recently lost someone with the same eyes.
Oh,
As you see a starling. But not only that, this starling, as compared to George, looks a bit older. Very muscular. And you can see growing from behind the ears almost and up, you see these blue horns. And you see parts of the arms, the underarms, almost like they were vambraces of some kind, but you see these blue scales covering the arms.
Arthur turns to face the wall for a second, just to, wipe away some tears and all that. The memories are coming back strong.
little memories. It was like literally
Literally
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's too soon. Arthur's.
Nana doesn't
You
say anything,
see-
but she just gets really quiet. Yeah.
You see this person has side cut. One side of the head is cut very short. The rest hangs in long blonde locks that end in this red ombre. And pieces of it has been braided. You can see freckles, more prominent than the ones that George had. These white specks across the face. As this person speaks. Are these friends of yours, Captain Febinus? Captain says, Yes, these are wonderful, wonderful friends I met quite some time ago, actually. This is cousin, sort of.
Question mark?
This is this is Endirial. You see this-
Endirial.
Yes, and this person steps forward. It is lovely to meet you all. Are you?
Likewise.
Arthur's still looking at the wall.
Oh, well, my
Did
name
I
is.
do something wrong?
No. You just remind us of.
We just lost a friend.
Yeah.
Very, very recently, and your eyes are very similar.
The same, actually. Identical.
Yes.
Oh, that,
It's not
that's
you.
quite rare. I
Uh,
wouldn't have minded meeting one of my own kin. This
Oh, you would have loved him. He was a
Yeah.
little shit.
Arthur does around the best little shit.
Yes.
all right. I'm sure I would have.
Just imagine this really annoying person. But if anyone hurt this annoying person, you got really upset about it. Think of a child.
Anyway, sorry, it's not you, it's us.
Sorry,
I'm
it's
very confused.
That's
That's
all right.
sorry,
Everyone does when
I'm
Arthur
very
talks.
happy to meet such a lovely bunch as all of you. It's been a rather stern experience traveling with a Tide Rider.
Oh, I feel like the Tide Runner never has a boring day, honestly. The shenanigans
Oh.
we got up to while we were on board.
And the captain says, "Yes, well, that's not usually what happens on my vessel.
Oh, sorry.
You all are trouble magnets.
oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I
oh,
would.
I would go that
I
far.
would.
It's like we all
Having
say it at
you
the
on
same
my
time.
ship.
Yeah.
Having you on my ship was, while it was fun to have some things happen, it was also
It was a
I
time.
need rest. Being out at sea is my happy place.
You know what? I can understand. Some time away from Arthur would be my happy place too.
We do understand and we do apologize. Don't worry, we travel by tree
Speaking
now.
of, Alana, stop staring. And you can see she's just standing against the wall. Just,
Arthur goes, all right, you and I, let's talk now. Let's go outside. And
Oh, no, Arthur, it's
Arthur,
cool.
she just walks away and she like puts on a coat and her shoes.
Oh, thank you, Arthur. I thought
Then she
we were
just
gonna-
like opens the door and just holds it open, looking at you.
Arthur walks outside. Like, come on.
Uh,
Bye,
ah,
Arthur.
Young love.
I don't think this is love. This is.
When did they become a thing?
I don't know what this thing is, honestly.
And Captain Feminist says, "I think that is the problem.
Oh,
That they did not become a thing."
I
And
see,
then
I see.
I think it has something to do with Arthur dying as well. She seemed pretty upset about that.
Arthur died.
No, but I brought him
Oh.
back. It's okay. He's, I
In
mean,
my
he's here.
defense, I wasn't there.
No matter how many times you say it's okay, Rudy, it really is not okay. to
But it
die.
was okay.
I can tell you from experience, it is not okay.
Look, we've been
From
through a lot.
experience.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yes. Wait, was that before or after?
it was kind of in
was
the middle,
after.
actually. Because
No,
then
it
we.
was definitely after we left the ship that we faced the Linorm. Yes.
But didn't we get back on? We got
It was
back on the
after.
ship, though. right?
No, you went with them once
Yeah.
to Southport, and then you also went with them after Southport.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. In the middle.
In the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was during our adventures.
Well, we will have plenty of time to catch up on these things. What even brings you here? It is wonderful to see you all, but why?
Arthur
I'm-
really, really wanted to say hello, but we had a quick bite first, and
These
feminist. I must admit, I don't know if I would call it. Would Nana know that she's scrying, or would she just think she's kind of daydreaming?
She would be aware.
She would be
that it
aware
is,
that she's
true.
able to.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I got to sort of Well, is everything all right with you?
With me,
With you
Personally,
and the
yes.
crew?
well, it's a bit cold down here. But
It is cold down under. That's true.
Thank you.
Yes.
we are here because of Endirial. Endirial carries something of great import. Then Endirial says, I can sense it on them. They've been in contact with Ur-dragons before.
hold up.
Yes. This is actually might be related to why we're down here. Do you care to explain?
And at this point, Rudy, you do get that sort of like tingle in the back of your head. It's less potent, but this person probably also carries essence. But whether it's less
Hold on.
or
Dragon
from a dragon you
essence or-
haven't met,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought I wasn't sure whether they were talking about dragon essence or like George
Yeah,
Spark
yeah.
kind of essence.
So we
No,
are
this-
talking dragon essence.
Or dragon essence. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's different.
So like,
It's,
so not
it's
this.
more it's closer, it's somewhere in between what you felt with Yarig and what you felt with the ore.
Right. Okay.
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 Right. So
Let's maybe hear the story.
There isn't much of a story, but I can tell you some of it. Are these people okay to tell? Nephevinus says, yes, do not worry about it. They are to be trusted. Now you, on the other hand, just like you just see him flap the wall at one point.
oh, you know about that
Oh,
too.
thank goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes.
Wait,
Jeez.
And Gerald's like, let's not antagonize anything.
hang on.
What is it going to do?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, I can assure you, it's not going to attack us. It's
Do you
too
know that for
afraid.
sure?
Yes. He just smiled.
Gerald, we know the captain is a very, very formidable.
Oh,
and
oh, yes,
we
I have no doubt
can put
about
our
that.
trust in the captain.
And
Yes.
as for us, yes, we've had contact with the Ur-dragons, so you don't need to worry about us. We're actually trying to help them.
Well, do you want the long story or the short story?
Yes.
What about a medium
Gerald,
length?
that was not an answer.
What about a medium length version that skips maybe the embellishment but contains just enough detail to allow us to understand some of the vivid imagery?
Do you know of the dragon Easif?
Yes.
Wonderful. Easif knew. Easif being one of the younger dragons, knew that one day all this shit would happen. And so Easif made the decision to split their essence.
Oh.
Oh.
And Dirion here carries one half
That's actually
of
quite
Easif's
clever.
essence.
Because
Oh.
would that
Yes,
negate the...
but the other half is the problem because it was stolen and Easif was murdered.
Oh, that is
Did
a
it happen
problem.
to be stolen?
It wasn't by.
I think we know who.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
think we know who, possibly.
You know who it is?
Yes,
Is
Or
it
at
most
least
likely.
we know the person
lit-
behind the person.
There's literally only one person going about
It,
trying to steal
it's
her
Jalira.
dragon.
Everyone
It's
just say
Jalira. We know
Jalira. It's Jalira. We all
yes.
know it's Jalira, right?
100%.
Jalira.
Yes.
I've heard this name whispered.
Very powerful.
Have you
Big
met
wings.
her?
Oh, yes.
Imperial?
Unfortunately.
Oh yes, that's
Some-
how I got this. Rudy
battle.
opens up it because he loves
Rudy,
showing
no,
it
you don't
off.
need to show it all the
Rudy,
time.
no. You have to give warning.
But as you can see, I
You
got better.
survived.
Of course I did. I'm immortal.
That is
Survived, Gerald mouths.
immortal.
Yes.
Immortal.
Is that not part of the story of the Vanguard? Their immortal cleric?
No.
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 It will be.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit shocked seeing an injury quite like that. You took it head on.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
belly
chest
on.
Didn't-
Yes, someone assassinated Easif and stole the essence. I was not there as per. Not really an agreement, but we were not allowed to meet, if that makes sense. I was spending time with some of the younger dragons while Easif was in. That is actually what makes this so surprising. Easif was ruling a clan of giants, and I do not understand who could have broken through.
Oh, okay. No, this is just making a lot of sense.
Did this happen? Estimated time from when?
Like,
from
would've
when
been
we
6 months,
started.
right?
6 months
Ish?
ish.
That's
Yes,
about the time that we-
Yeah.
it happened. It happened 4 months ago, maybe.
And that, Gerald, Nana, that jogged my memory on this one. That was roughly when we were in Bura. Yes?
I'm pretty sure, but if Cuddly needs to do a history check, let's do it.
Yeah.
I can double check, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
I feel like that would line up with the time. Yeah. Basically, it lines up with the time when we were like there.
No, it's not 4 months ago. Then it would be 3 months ago.
Oh, after
Um,
we were okay.
Yes,
Was
this would have
was
been.
this the black pudding situation?
It would have been after the black put or
Right.
around the same time as the black pudding.
Mm.
But not in the same place, basically, because the
No.
giants would have been down
Yeah.
here. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you,
Actually,
Mm.
Storm the
Oh, they're
you
up.
know
They're north.
from what you know of Easif. Easif was ruling in the north.
oh,
Yeah,
right.
okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they
That's right.
disguised themselves as a storm giant.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was information that you found.
Yes,
Yeah, that
yes,
is
yes.
I'm
true.
looking at my notes for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, no. Sorry. No, I'm incorrect. I'm thinking. No.
Yes,
My
we're thinking the wrong shard. I'm
yes.
sorry.
Yes.
Well, essentially, I broke against the laws of the giants. I'm not one of them, you see. Which is one of the reasons I was chosen to carry the essence. I was a trusted outsider. But that also meant that I had no real ties to the clan. I can feel it inside me. The connection to the essence. Even though Aasif is dead, I can. Something is hounding me on to hunt down. It's like I've lost a limb and I need it back.
And that's guided you south. To
Yes.
that's interesting.
Well,
Very
you
interesting.
might be
Is
in
this
luck.
not why you are here?
Not exactly, but it lines up.
I think we may be here for the same ultimate purpose potentially, but not the. It wasn't the same motivation behind it necessarily. Essentially, the Vanguard is aligned itself against Jalira and her plans to capture as much essence of the Air Dragons as possible, and using it to free a demigod, essentially, Zuriel, if you know the name.
I'm afraid I do not.
It's fine.
Goddess of war.
Deity of war, yes.
Deity of
Yes,
war, yes.
horseman of war of the apocalypse. You know that whole thing. Anyway, not great.
Doesn't sound great.
No, not really. No. So we've been getting in her way for a lot since before we met you, inadvertently at first, and
Now on
now
purpose.
overtly.
Now on purpose, yes.
Absolutely.
Now on purpose, yes, because
Oh.
we clashed so much. And also,
So you are also here to intercept this Jalira.
Correct.
yes, because
Different dragons, same
because
plan.
we have information that she's currently trying to gain the essence of checking notes for the
Solange, I
Solange.
assume.
Solange.
Yes.
We're here to
Isn't
rescue him.
Solange.
Yes.
And we're here to rescue Solange and Dionysus. I can't remember names. And Dionysus. And we'll just add
Dionysus is here? And they
not
both
Dion-
Endurial and Feminist look at each other.
Not Dionysus. That's that's a different story, I guess. But wait, no, was it?
yeah,
I'm
it's the
confused now.
dragon. Yeah. Because he came down
Yeah,
to
to
You were
check on
told
find
that
things.
Dionysus.
Yes.
You were told by
Oh,
the
that's
all that
right, yeah, they
Dionysus was
went
on
down
the
here
south.
We're
to-
doing two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
And now it's three birds,
okay.
one stone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Holy moly, yeah.
That's a lot of birds.
Mm.
That's a lot of birds.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there's a lot of dragons to keep track of.
More than one bird.
Yes, because I keep thinking of the king, but anyway. Besides that,
What king?
Oh, that's another story for another time.
yes.
It sounds like you've been through a lot.
Oh, most
Oh,
certainly,
you are-
yes. You
It's the
If-
worst.
If you allow
absolutely.
us, yes. But for
And
now,
Endurial sort of leans in to Feminist and says, "Just don't ask what's under his face cover."
Hang on.
Do I hear
With a
that?
passive insight of 20, does Rudy see this happen? Surely.
Yeah, it's not
everyone
like,
does.
Oh, everyone.
Everyone
that-
does.
It's not on the fly.
That
It's
is
more
good
like
advice. That is good advice.
But
Look,
now I'm
you know how
curious.
caterpillars turn into butterflies. Rudy has gone through a beautiful metamorphosis, isn't that right, Rudy? And we love him very much.
I would say it's more like how caterpillars turn into butterflies and then the butterfly dies. And
This
starts
has nothing to do
decaying.
with our current
It's like that
conversation.
bit.
But shall we rip that band-aid off? I think we can rip the band-aid off. We can rip the band-aid off now.
Oh, okay.
Feminist says, "Well, I'm not really surprised considering the armor you're wearing. You weren't dropping parts all over my ship."
Yes. But
This is
Immortal.
true.
shall we carry on the story now?
Yes, it will carry on the story.
I don't
I
think
suppose-
you are, but
Oh no, he's awfully not.
There will be a day, Gerald, where I will prove
Yeah.
this to you.
feel free to just tell me what you want to tell them about what you've experienced.
Oh sure.
Shall we
Probably
just not...
like a wrapped up version of
Yeah.
most things.
But
like
leave
leaving
out the
parts
all.
that
because we don't
Leaving
tell, or is we were
Right,
asked
right.
to
We
not
leave out the
reveal
awe,
that.
Yeah,
and,
Yes.
that's
yeah.
that's why I
we-
was like
Yeah.
skipping past the
Mm.
king bit. But
No, Dionysus is the dragon.
I mean,
dragon,
I
so-
was going to give the very short and
It seems
current
very
version.
it seems very clear as well that Endurial and Fevinus knows who Dionysus is. They are just incredibly surprised to hear that he's on the South Shard.
We probably would have skipped out that he was initially aligned with Jalira as well. I feel like that would not
Yeah,
be a
it
good
would've
thing
just
to
been
reveal
like-
as well.
They're both here.
Yeah, they
let's
just happen to be
rescue
here.
them.
Yeah.
They just happen to be here. Like,
So yeah, essentially the story I was about to finish telling was
Yes.
that essentially that we're aligned against them, that we had information that Jalira was trying to extract Thalaj's essence while they're stuck here, and also have had a run-in with Dionysus, who is now also potentially in trouble here, and that's kind of it. We already said about Suriel and Jalira and those ultimate goals and how that ties
Yeah.
together. But that's really it. There's not really any need to go into like a play
Do
by
you
play
know
of our
where
entire journey.
exactly Dionysus is?
No.
no,
well,
but we're
not
hoping
exactly.
you can help. And Nana turns to Endirial, is it? Endirial?
Endurial. And
We had
Endurial says,
some ideas, but
I'm afraid I have no connection to this other.
Sorry, I was
I'm-
assuming they might be in the same place.
Well, I mean, we could be correct to assume
I
that
can sense dragons, and I have I have an especially potent connection to Eosif's essence since I share it. But you. I'm sorry if I'm imposing, but you carry some of Dionysus' essence with you, do you not? I can feel it.
From
Oh.
who? Because I think I have a suspicion who you're about to point at.
And Endirial looks at Nana.
And Nana just reaches up and just kind of,
oh, is it the
The
spark?
spark.
Right. Makes
we
sense.
might. We did receive.
I could use, if I'm allowed, I could use that to locate Dionysus, or at least get a direction.
I have a theory that your assassin, I'm assuming your assassin stole the essence. That's what you meant by
Yes.
yes. I feel like our assassin might be one and the same, who we're after, and if we find the assassin, we might also find Dionysus.
I see.
Either way, we're aiming to intercept the one who has taken the essence, and we're pretty certain that would be Jalira, right? So,
Or at least an agent of Jalira who might be like a second in command or something. You don't think she would?
What, didn't she absorb it?
But they didn't see who did it.
The essence. I know someone carries it. Someone further south from here.
That sounds about right. My suspicion is that you're probably sensing the essence that Jalira stole and is probably absorbed.
Nana
Because
has
we know
taken
very
out
like-
the handkerchief.
Because
And
we
she
know
kind
that
of
she got
holds it out.
one, right?
Do you want to? Are you holding the?
She's
are
gonna
you
hold it
opening
and
the
sort of
handkerchief?
opening it and showing them and go, just be very gentle, please. This is from our friend.
That is a very powerful thing you have, and you do see that, like in this bright, like pristine white light, there's this hint of gold, like just ever so, like a little ray.
Suddenly, Gerald remembers the eyes on the wall, and is like,
Oh shit!
Nana, maybe we should
Oh,
not here."
You and Fevin sort of says, I understand where you are coming from, but there is literally no need to bother.
Oh,
Barnavad is a coward. Barnavad is a big brain that hides. Barnavad is... Barnavad, you are very, very smart, but you are also very, very afraid, and I can kill you.
what is? Do you know what this Barnavod is?
Yes, Barnavad. Barnavad the Immaculifial, as it calls itself, is a beholder, lives under the town.
A beholder?
Fucking
Yes.
kidding me?
Didn't we kill an undead version of the undead beholder?
Yes, and a
Oh,
couple
the
of watches
big
as well.
meatball. Yes.
That was an accident, though. We didn't mean to do that.
Well, I think they kind of ended themselves,
They
didn't
did, yes.
they? A weird thing that is. Anyway, why is there a
Barnavad might be Barnavad. Listen, Barnavad is a very talented beholder. This is true, but Barnavad's interests lie in commerce, interplanar commerce. Barnavad
Oh.
is not one of those that do creepy, disgusting, dismembering experiments in their laboratory. Barnavad may be a beholder, but Barnavad is
not that bad?
Business
I'm
minded.
sure if Barnavad got really angry, it would be a problem. But with all of you, with me, and with Imperial, cakewalk.
I do like cake.
All right.
Fair enough.
So
All right, well
Barnavad
then-
is listening, Barnavad is looking and watching, yes, but Barnavad is not going to do anything itself. Barnavad doesn't necessarily care. Barnavad, if there's no money to be had, while most beholders collect experiment subjects, Barnavad collects gold.
Ah. Well, everything we've
Oh.
Kinda
got
like
is
a dragon, don't you think? And sort
absolutely
of like
worthless.
elbows Imperial.
Oh no.
Rudy absentmindedly just puts a hand on his coin purse.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the gold.
Maybe I should have given Free more gold.
We can always go back, Rudy.
Anyway, okay, so
that
Anyway,
does explain
just-
the reaction, actually, doesn't it?
so all right, beholder aside. So what you're saying is this spark of our late friend. I mean that would actually make sense because yes. So the spark
I'm
holds.
not going to necessarily do anything with it. I would use it as an anchor point to try and see if I can sense the Dionysus through this catalyst.
I think that's
If you'd allow
probably
me.
Yes. Yes. Here.
And Imperial holds hands out and takes it, and looks at it, cups hands around the light, and closes eyes. And you see the little freckles on Imperial's face shine a little. I can see him. They are not in the same place. Dionysus is being kept. The essence I seek is further southwest. Dionysus is in a vast, cold desert, and it's not dead. It's severely weakened, but there's someone there. And Indira opens their eyes and holds the spark back towards you, Nana.
Nana takes it and sort of just wraps it back up and tucks it away.
I'm sorry, but I don't think what we seek are in the same place. And Dionysus was being almost guarded by these three figures.
Three figure. Did you see anything about the
Any
figures?
details?
One of them was wearing a mask like a bird.
Oh.
And
Yes.
one of them looked almost like a child.
Oh, no.
no.
All right. Well, all right. It's fine.
Oh, I'm glad Arthur's not here.
Unfortunately, we do know who these people are.
The
and
third?
The third was this, I don't know, this hunchback figure with thin arms and legs. Kept coughing. And it seemed like they were guarding Dionysus.
Oh, would that?
Every time it's mushrooms, it's always
Okay,
mushrooms.
this is the druid who started all
Mushrooms
Mhm.
are for eating, and
These are all figures you've met before.
Mhm.
And
These are the
grilling.
descriptions of Martin, Marvin, and Marnie.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I really hate it here.
They're guarding Dionysus for Jalira to come. Does that? I feel like that makes sense. Jalira wouldn't let
Yes.
any of them hold the essence or transport it. She would want to come and collect it herself as like a trophy.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, I think the essence, once one takes it up, is not easily separable, really, right?
No, I can tell if someone took it from me, I would most likely be the end of me.
Actually, that prompts a further question. We've been told that to contain the essence of an Ur-dragon within a regular person, so to speak, it would eventually transform that person into that Ur-dragon, or at least a reincarnation of that Ur-dragon. By
Yes.
splitting it in half, would that not lessen that effect and allow you to live your normal life?
Not quite, no. It lessens the effect, but it has an effect nonetheless. And I'm just as I can sense where the other half is, so can this Jalira sense me.
Have you been
Tether
able
goes both
to-
ways.
Yes. Have you been able to similarly see the location of this counterpart?
I know where it is, but yes, I can't see it the same way. But I know it's further, much further south.
If I may ask, do you know if it is? Can you sense any other dragons? Or can you sense Solage? Are they in the same place?
I'm very confident that Salaj is very likely where my counterpart is, yes.
Then I think we go there.
That has to be our first stop then.
They're so close. We don't know you very well, but if you allow us to accompany you.
Or more accurately, if you would accompany us,
Hang on.
because that sounds
And you
like
see,
that's where we're going.
Captain sort of leans against the wall. If only we had the map.
Oh, well, luck would be on our
hopefully
side.
Tree is bringing us one.
Outside the house, Arthur. You're standing in the snow. It's coming down on you, and the muddy ground is just seeping into your shoes. As Alana just stands leaned against the wall, like the snow coming down upon her, like she keeps rubbing her face, she like flinching her eyelids against the coming snowflakes. Wanted to
Arthur,
talk?
Arthur just offers his hands out. He goes, "Please, just hold my hand for a sec."
Make a persuasion check.
You better hope you're
How
doing
flashy
shit.
of a smile can you
Oh,
make right
no.
Failed bard school. Look out.
Oh
now?
no.
15.
15. She looks at your hands and then looks up at you. She doesn't go to take them.
Hardest boss is love.
Look,
I'm looking.
for starters,
Mm-hmm.
I care for you so goddamn much.
Could have
You
fooled
would-
me.
The whole reason why I didn't want to say goodbye or say goodbye properly or just I did it so wrong because I was so scared. I felt like if I said goodbye, I wouldn't have that was it. We wouldn't see each other again. If I say goodbye, that means I won't see you again. And you know, I've hardly say bye to anyone. I know it's not the right way to say farewell, and then Arthur just leans in and kisses her. One hand up on the wall, goes in and kisses.
Oh shit, you covered on
Oh,
it?
Oh,
no, my
shit!
Roll for
God.
covered on.
shit!
Where did you get this
I don't
relationship
know.
advice?
He's
Oh.
going for it!
Oh.
Yep,
Jesus.
Arthur
Arthur, it's been
is-
nice knowing you.
Yikes.
Oh.
I'm gonna
And
Oh,
then
no.
as
I'm
soon
gonna need you to make a charisma save with disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah, damn
'cause
straight.
Arthur was gonna do something straight after that.
Die?
Get smacked
Well,
around.
That was the
Oh
most MF
my
roll
God.
I had. So
Wow.
I had a 19 on
A
one
zero.
dice, and then a 0
Oh,
on the
A
other.
zero, an actual zero.
That's amazing.
But basically, what Arthur was gonna do after that was,
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go kill myself now, and walks off.
I mean, you may not have to.
Put your hand on the wall and you go in to kiss her. Do you close your eyes or not?
Arthur
Is
does
Arthur
not.
the kind of person who
Arthur
Okay.
does not until he sees them close their eyes. He does not then close.
She doesn't flinch, but you cannot get all the way up to her. And you feel around your neck cold metallic sensation.
Shit.
And you look, and almost like out of the ground, you see these snaking chains are starting to just climb up your body. She just stands there and looks at you like you are locked in place. You can't move. And
Hang
you
on.
are like 10 centimeters between your eyes.
Can Arthur get out of it? Try to get out of it.
But why?
Soon.
Hi.
You can
You
try.
you
But
wanted
why?
to be
Sounds
here,
like a
right?
fun
This is
time.
what you intended.
She
This seems
looks-
exactly what you intended.
She looks as calm as can be, as she just says, I thought you were different. I thought we had something. I thought... When you died, did you see her?
Yes.
How did it feel?
Happy, sad, torn.
But you chose to come back?
Yes.
You feel the chains. They're still attached to you, but they sort of like slack their grip a bit. Why didn't you contact me. Ever. It's been months.
How could I? You were gone. You were around the world. You were.
We kept getting news about what you were up to, to some extent, and I know for a fact that Gerald can use magic that sends message to people.
Only to limited people that he chooses. They've got to have prior.
So you never even considered it. You just said, "Oh, sorry, it's not within what I can
I
do."
don't think it was an option that we could get contact
I
with
didn't
you.
think I was an option.
No, I thought you were an option. I'm just saying. Arthur looks down. He sort of just. he sort of looks up and goes, "I've hurt you dearly. I know that. I know there's things I should have done that I haven't done. These last couple of months has been the most busiest, terrifying, craziest parts of my life I have ever lived in all my years that I've been alive. Not many joys have come through these last few months. You were one, though. You were one of the many joys that have come through. One or maybe three of the many joys. Four, if I have to count George. George is a friend that we lost.
What are we,
wrong
cut glass?
impression.
All right. I'm a fucking joy.
I was
I'll tell you
just
that
listening
much.
to your
typing. I was
conference.
just typing. He's salvaging it, and then he said 3 or 4. I'm like, ah.
What?
No. I have thought about you every time we look up to the moon. I just imagine seeing your face. I don't think there's any words I can do to fix the pain that you're feeling, the anger that you're feeling, the knocking my head off my block sort of feeling. All I can do is, I'm sorry.
Are you though?
And Arthur looks up and he's got tears in his eyes. And he goes, yes, of course I am. I am not putting this on to be just another person to another guy, another whoever. I really deeply care for you.
She looks down at the ground. And you feel now the chains are retracting, almost like they're disappearing into some unknown source. As she reaches for your hand, she holds it up. Make another persuasion check.
No fucking way.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wow. What a
That's my
turnaround.
boy.
The internal rage I feel right now.
The dice knows when it's time to tell a good story.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
She holds up your hand. She thumbs the wedding band that you still wear. I would never ask you to forget her. But I will ask that you never forget me. I've felt forgotten during these months. And she takes from her wrist one of the chains that hang and dangle. She tugs it out, and you can see there's a little bit of a Some blood drops off. She puts the ring on your middle finger. This chain, and it fuses itself into a ring, stiff, made out of this really fine silvery chain. Can you promise that you'll at least, I don't know, not disappear? Because otherwise I'll have to forget you.
I promise. I'll find a way. I'll get Gerald to come out here and talk to you. We'll sign this contract. We'll get this. We'll put you in the book. I know there's a book. It's the way he talks to people. I don't know. We'll figure out a way to stay in touch with each other. I swear. Before we, I won't forget about you.
She puts one of her hands up on your face, and she sort of like wipes some of the... Is it snow? Is it tears?
Bit of both.
She starts leaning in when you hear it. I found the map.
Arthur, visibly angry right now. We're in the middle of something. Can you take it inside?
Can I not just leave it with you then? I happen to know what's going on inside, and this is less drama.
Arthur takes the map. Can I return this later?
You can keep it. It's a copy.
All right, thank you. Thank you. It fumbles out 1 platinum.
What is he?
Oh, okay. Thank you. I suppose.
And can you quickly leave the area?
I'm leaving. Yes. Walk away.
Every time with the platinum, we need to teach Arthur the concept of value of money.
Fine, he likes gold better, doesn't he?
And Alana says, "Well, we better get in then."
Yeah.
And she just she sort of backs around where you're still holding onto the wall, and she opens the door for you.
Moment ruined.
Arthur sighs and goes, "Yep." Then, as he walks inside, he goes to grab her hand, follow through.
She lets you grab the hand.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well inside.
Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome on in. How are you all doing? Lovely to meet you all. Hello, hello, hello. Insanity ANZ. Thank you. Thank you for that amazing, amazing
What
raid.
if we had a map?
Um,
Arthur comes in.
we
holding
are
a
just...
map.
We are deep
you
into
want
the
a
role
map?
play
I've got a
of
map.
episode 97 of our D&D campaign. Welcome on in.
So,
I'm AussieDevFro. I'm
explain
the player
map
down in the corner down
on the
here,
table.
giving you guys a bit of a
see the
wave.
map that,
How you all going?
Bye, Aussie.
No,
Um,
sorry, just got raided by someone, so we just give me sorry.
Hi.
Hi. Try not to
Hi.
interrupt the
Hi,
flow of the
Ozzy.
game.
Hi.
But yes, welcome on in, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful time with
Looking at the map,
Insanity
you see
ANZ.
the map that I have sent you, the group.
Hope you continue to have a wonderful time with our D&D campaign.
And
We're doing a very
from
heavy
what you can
roleplay episode
tell-
tonight. Doing a lot of conversations, meeting some old friends, doing a whole bunch of a lot of sort of revelations coming out, a lot of really deep lore, new allies possibly as well. It's been a really, really heavy night.
You needed to get wait, it's pinned.
And it is good to
Someone
see
put it
more
in the
lovers of
dice tray and
TTRPG.
just save the
Now,
day.
And thank you for all those follows. Thank you, Archon, Insanity, and Alice and Zombieland. Thank you for those follows. I really do appreciate it. I do have to get back into the game.
Shit.
We try to keep like a more of a
Okay.
the players stay involved with the game, and then
So-
we communicate mostly via the text chat while we're playing. As you can see, we're all streaming it separately.
Imperial.
So I do have to get back into the game, unfortunately. However, feel free to ask
You're in
any
Grey
questions
Hill,
in
which is
chat,
on the
and I will
northeast
answer them
part.
through there. And if you got to run off and go get some sleep, depending on the time
And
zone and all that sort of good stuff,
Imperial
or get some
assumes
food or all that
the
sort of stuff,
nicest
we completely understand.
somewhere
Again, thank you so much for the amazing raid, and
southern half
welcome in, and
of
hope you enjoy the
Galston Yard,
probably the last sort of like half an hour to an hour of our session tonight. So
while
thank you so much, and
the
enjoy.
Mira is somewhere in the Hailing Hills near the White Wall.
Okay.
Heck. So Dionysus is closer,
Yes.
Hmm.
but the other one is more urgent.
You don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
True.
You know, from what you know is that Thalage has been kept alive, has been alive for a long time, and Jalira is going to barter for Thalage.
Hmm.
She's essentially there to make a trade for Thalage's essence.
Mhm.
But Dionysus is actively dying and being protected by the lieutenant.
I don't know.
Siri,
Siri,
we're almost done, Siri.
we're almost done, Siri. Then I'll play with you.
I mean,
Cutie.
so sorry, just sorry. Was that Dionysus is closer, and then the other one appears to be more
Yes.
serious, is what Gerald just said.
Yeah.
Well,
But we don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know that there's a timer on Dionysus, but you don't know if there is one on the others.
I mean,
Large.
how about? I mean, this. I mean, we've exchanged our stories. You know that our mission is of great import, as is yours. But they almost seemed entwined, one and the same. We are all trying to save the Dragons and trying to prevent terrible things from happening. I have a small.
Feminist. No, continue.
I mean, I have a small suggestion, and feel free to shut it down. I mean, everybody has to look out for their own, for their own missions, essentially. But could it not be a you scratch our back, we scratch yours? If Dionysus is closer, we could go save Dionysus and then immediately follow through and assist you in locating the other dragons. To me, that just makes the most sense. We could potentially save all the dragons. However, I also understand if you just wish to continue on and achieve your goal as soon as possible.
And Feminist says, based on what you have said to us and the story you have told, do you have any means of faster travel?
Well, I can walk pretty fast.
Do we?
um,
Yes, we do.
just before
Because-
the conversation on.
Do you like being clouds?
But just before we get into
And
the
Feminist says,
conversation about
I love being clouds.
I bet he does.
yes, before the conversation about logistics and
Yes.
time frames, Gerald is going to cast see invisibility, detect invisibility,
Mhm.
and do a little look around for sensors.
Ooh, good idea.
Make a perception check.
Good idea.
Perception. Let's see what juice we have available today. Oh, we've got everything. We've had a long rest.
So much
Let's-
juice.
So much juice. We're gonna. God, where's the bloody tick box? Tides of Chaos. All right.
Tides of Chaos. You're
Oh, no.
re-rolling.
So
Oh, no.
re-rolling that one because that's average AF.
It's actually pretty low considering you rolled a 6.
But as far as oh my god,
I mean, it's better.
I mean it's better. It's better. Oh shit! Wait. I totally spaced. Instead of using that, can I use the Omen Glass portent because I had an 18 stored?
No, because you've rolled already.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Oh, it's got to be before.
It has been used before you make
Okay.
a roll.
Yep.
14 is
I
still
gotta
enough.
remember that. 14, yeah.
14 is this time. 14 is still enough, and you
I mean,
do
with
see
the invisibility, hopefully.
Yeah. You do see a small sensor hovering above Arthur's head.
Motherfucker.
Fucking.
All right, so I'm gonna try and like not be like aha this time, and I'm sort of just like I see that it's there, but I want to keep my eyes moving past it.
Okay.
Uh,
As you do that, with your innate sense of magic and the sea invisibility, you do see in one of the corners of the house an eye opens, like a small eye, and it looks at the sensor as well, and it blinks a couple of times, and then the sensor just like, sparks out of existence.
Oh, he's helping us.
Ooh,
Or
nice.
it's more of a this is my
This is my
Ah,
spy
yes.
on
This is
people.
a turf thing. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to
but
pretend
sea invisibility lasts for a while. I
last for an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You
I'm sort of
do.
like,
I will say, like there's a couple of times when this sensor shows up again, but every time an eye just pops out
Pops
like
it
out
out.
of the wall and just like pops it like a
bug
balloon.
zapper.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know, like,
just like
all right, let's continue. It should, knowing that it's getting popped, and I'll tell them. I'll say like,
and
Uh,
after a couple of pops, the sensors stop showing.
they're like, this is a waste of spell slots.
Keep doing it. Keep wasting them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that I just wanted to not continue with exact timelines and plans because I just had a thought that we might have been being spied on. And we were, but it seems our host, as it were, has been removing them.
Oh, that's very
Then-
nice of them.
You know, beholders are quite known for their sight.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
that's right.
I see most of everything.
They do behold a lot of things.
And Feminist says, I have a plan, similar to what Rudy said. We can travel quite fast. Very fast, actually. What we could do is we could essentially stay on track with our original plans. But we could take you to Dionysus, drop you off, and then maybe we could do a recon and wait for you at the White Wall.
That sounds equally fantastic because not only
Yes.
do we get to Dionysus ASAP, but you also have a little bit of backup. As long as
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you will need it. Don't take Julia lightly.
Oh yes, I must mention
We will not.
surviving what I survived was when she was a lot weaker, I must say. She's powered up. We believe she has the essence of at least one dragon at her disposal.
And Dariel sort of looks around. Yes, that's we know that she has at least one.
Oh, of course.
That's
That's
what we're here for, yeah.
well, I'm just Arthur wasn't in the room. Arthur wasn't here because Arthur's here now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
Arthur wasn't in the
Arthur's
room for that
the one who
discussion.
brought the map.
So
Oh,
you know,
we
I'm
just
just
catching them up.
recapping. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Arthur
yes.
sorta-
Recapping. 100.
sorta
Yes,
like,
yes.
quite
oh,
simple.
sorry, and he was just
Then are you ready to leave?
I'm ready now.
Considering
I don't know about the rest of you.
I could probably have us there by midnight at the latest.
Oh, that is
sounds
very
wonderful.
soon. That's fantastic.
If you think you can keep up.
Quickly
Feminist
check.
looks at
spell
Imperial,
list, make sure.
who almost looks like offended. Looks at Feminist. I'm faster than you are. And Feminist sort of like, we haven't really seen about that.
Now, gentlemen, this is not
Fast as fuck, boy.
time to argue who is the fastest in the south, as it is. But I definitely think we're ready now. I would even so go as far to say.
Arthur sort of turns. So you gonna be coming with?
To who?
Oh, Orb.
Oh.
Oh, Orb.
And
Person.
she looks at you. No, I'm not a fighter.
No, I didn't mean you have to fight. Just for the
You,
adventure.
I don't know how to really explain this. I am part fiend, and we are going up against full-blooded fiends.
Oh, yes, I didn't think that. Did
There's going to be I just want you to be aware that it's not a good combination.
No, it is not. I was not thinking.
Yeah, the folks of my heritage are usually on the other side of this conflict. The powers I have to sense life and death is most commonly used for torture.
And Arthur goes, "That's how she knew I died."
I'm gonna stay here
Yep.
to make sure that the ship is okay.
Okay. Gerald,
Yes.
is there a way we can keep in contact?
And she says, "There's no need. There's no need." And she eyes the ring that you now carry on your hand.
Okay. Arthur goes, I understand now. I'm a
I
little
don't-
slow.
Rudy elbows Nana and goes, something happened outside.
Well,
Yes, it did.
are we ready?
Sip.
Sips the tea that's suddenly in Nana's and Rudy's hand. Which
Wow.
Arthur goes, yeah, I guess I'm ready then.
Arthur, do you
And
even
you
know what
see
you
it-
just agreed that you're ready for?
Are you guys ready then? 'Cause I'm ready.
Do you know what you're ready
Are
for?
you ready?
Everyone's ready. Let's go.
Yeah, and you see Benny walks over and puts on this huge backpack and this like large sword and puts on his back. It just looks like can't have muddy boot prints when you're outside.
You're like a ray of
And
sunshine.
that's where we're
now,
gonna
and I-
end for
Love
today.
that.
Oh dear, excellent.
Benny was made to be an
Mm,
outdoor
mm.
adventure, and he's cooped up on this ship. But we
Mm,
know
mm.
he loves camping. He
Mhm.
actually loves camping.
I am super sorry. I have to really quickly run to the little Froze room. I've been absolutely
Okay, we'll do that.
desperate to
we'll do
get
that.
there. However, while I'm away, do you guys mind introducing yourselves, the characters you play, and what you do in your channels? Because we had a lovely raid by another D&D streamer, and I would love for
nice.
everyone to introduce themselves. I'll be BRB.
Well,
Okay.
everyone, hi. I'm Joseph Poser. I'm the dungeon mistress. I run this little show. And
She
these
runs
are
this ship.
Ah,
and these are my friends. We've got Roju from Participation Award. Who have you
Hello.
been playing?
Oh, well, I've been playing a lovely, terrified little boy, not little, but he's a boy, named Gerald the Wizard, who is not in fact a wizard, but is a warlock and a sorcerer now, but still not a wizard. He's generally terrified of everything and is doing his best.
Yeah.
And as for myself, as Josie said, I'm Roju, and I'm from the Channel Participation Award, which is mildly on hiatus at the moment, but we will be back in the near future for many variety streaming shenanigans.
Yeah. And we just for flavor, I'm gonna add in there that Gerald was a warlock to start with, and then through his own character arc found out that this pact, this magic he had been granted, unlocked an innate magic and granted
Yeah.
powers of
It was actually, the whole thing was just a trick, and he was just being leveraged to learn his own
Yes.
goddamn magic, really.
Yes, yes. So there was a fiend who saw that he had magic and then pretty much tricked him. Did a little bit of like, I taught you everything, and then no, it turns out. Yeah. We've also had Wettest Orb, the very tired boy. How are you doing?
The very tired boy is getting there. He took a nap today because he
Oh.
also had to work today.
Oh shit.
Nothing like smashing a 12-hour shift before D&D. Yeah. Anyways, I am at a storm. I play a lot of games. I generally nearly stream every night of the week. But I'm slowly looking after myself and trying to get a couple of nights free. I play Arthur the Bard. I mean, Arthur the Ranger, the Rogue Ranger.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Essentially, he's the leader of the group. He does it very in an interesting way, where
On
he is
paper.
also the best and worst leader that anyone's ever come across. And essentially, he's terrible in all situations except when he's in combat.
What are you talking about? He's great in awkward situations.
True.
But apparently, the dice rolls are like, here's a shit roll, here's an amazing roll.
Yeah.
It wanted
Yep.
to tell a story, so...
It was a great story. Just my my internal secondhand embarrassment meter just exploded. That's
Oh yeah.
We could tell. We could tell. But someone who really enjoyed the tea was Cuddly Raptor.
Always. I always enjoy the tea. Yeah, hi, my name is Cuddly Raptor. I play Nana Melavora. Usually it's just Melavora, but you can call her Nana. She is a gnome druid, and because of some bleaching, she looks like a little old lady. She will make you tea, she will make you drink it, and then she will make you tell her your life story. Yeah, and that's about where she is. Her proudest moment, I think, during this whole campaign is turning a bad guy pretty good, because he's actually really soft. And he just needed someone to talk to about his mom problems.
Who didn't actually turn out to be his mother after all.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah.
not even his
We
mom,
still
so I
haven't
can't wait to
told him
tell
about
him.
We have not
that.
told him
I
about
need
You
to.
still haven't told
Oh,
him.
My
no.
We
next
haven't had a
dream
chance.
thing, I'll definitely get on that.
Just pop into his dream and go, so, hey, your mum
Hey.
isn't who you think it is.
I'm sorry, but your mom isn't your mom. Bye.
Look, to be honest, he probably has a lot of complicated dreams about his mum. Let's be real.
Oedipus.
Yeah.
But Aussie, who have you been playing?
Ah, well,
Yes,
I've been
yes, we
playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the party's Grave Domain Cleric, who used to be human. Kinda isn't human anymore. Is actually now more of like a reborn, undeady
Reborn
human.
again, Ergothoan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. And he might look
Legit.
like that he should be 6 feet under, but he but thank you, Avast. Yes, I look. Okay, get out of the way. But he you know, he's immortal, so it doesn't really matter. He's fine. He's fine. He's all good.
Immortal. I feel like the entire party has a there of this. Like
Yeah.
Gerald's a
Mm.
wizard.
No, but
and
Rudy's actually
Arthur is
immortal.
the leader.
I feel
And-
like no one
and-
listens to me in this. He's actually. Why does no one listen to me? He's immortal.
Because-
Listen to you.
Because we know
You-
the loophole you've got with your what should we call her?
Your princess?
Yeah, your princess.
No,
Yeah.
he's
No, look. We've gone a step further.
yeah,
I know.
he's
I
yeah.
was listening.
No, I'm not telling him.
Queen now?
There's
I know what
He's-
it says.
Essentially, when you die, you don't die.
What are you talking about? Rudy can't die.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
just
You
doesn't
start
die.
serving on another plane,
You just,
wouldn't you?
Look,
he gets knocked
Look.
down, but he gets up again.
No, like
You're
as
never
he
gonna
becomes
keep
a
him
waitress.
down.
He becomes
I-
a waitress.
he gets down and he gets knocked down and he gets up again, and you
Yeah.
know what he does? Let's Beyblade.
out of
It's
here.
time to
Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Look, it's okay.
No, 'cause
One day you will
know
all
the
believe me.
best, The best thing that happened today was cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck, crying out loud. But yes, if
How
you
we all doing?
doing great,
Good.
Great. Fantastic.
amazing.
Ready to tuck Orban.
Yeah,
Yes, Orb probably wants to head to bed. I think and some other people also want to head to bed. And,
once. I'm sticking around for the raid.
what?
oh, shit,
Whoa.
you're
Whoa.
sticking around for the raid.
Everyone raid him.
I have someone I would love for us to raid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Amazing.
Who have you got?
Is
on
has
the
the
chopping
name
block?
Joe Supposer?
Yes.
No.
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 One of the people that got me hooked on hanging out on Twitch many years ago.
Oh,
AussieDevFro.
Recently